Guys, don't forget this is for adults, PG-13. Viewer discretion is advised.
What's up, you guys? It's ZacJacDan. We are here with our first live stream with our new group of fellas here. As you see, we only have 4 tonight. We are missing a couple of our friends, but I'm here as ZacJacDan. We got old Jersey Geek up here on the right-hand side. Big old beard going on. We got Oleg here, which is also known as Mr. Sintastic. And then we got JB's Toy Trunk here as well with us on this live stream. Going to get to talk about some cool things, talk about our collections, talk about our journey that we've got so far, and talk about some toy news as well. So we are missing our buddies Sentri TMC and ManCave Collectible Reviews. So you will see them coming in from time to time. All of us will be jumping in from time to time, not always able to be here, but excited to get on here and start live streaming again. Last time you saw me, my son Zach Legend was on here with us. Of course, he has been away at college, so he has stepped out from this YouTube stuff for a while to actually focus on the important things in life. So as adults here in the toy community, I think that this is our important thing in life right now is collecting. Is that right? That can't be right.
First of all, thank you for having us. You basically have the B team tonight, so but we're up and comers.
Yeah, ZacJacDan, thanks for having us. I'm the rookie of everybody. I'm just over here with just a big cheese, just hanging out and having fun. And you're right. It's time for us to have some fun as the adult collectors.
Hey, you are a rookie, but you're going to be rookie of the year, man. You have come in blazing.
I got to earn my stripes.
So, nice. So far we got Mama Said Pop You Out, which is one of my
no stripes.
He is, man. He's jumped up there. He's already over 600 subs in less than a month, 2 months now. What is it?
640 something.
Yeah, man.
So doing good, man. Doing good. I think those shorts have actually slowed you down a little bit. I think there's some kind of weird thing going on with YouTube analytics with shorts. If you throw those out there, it can kind of slow your growth down weirdly on your good videos.
Right.
So one of my favorite names here is in the chat with us. His name is Mama Said Pop You Out. So I love that name. So I'm glad to see him back with us.
It's a good name.
And then Flame Master G.
Flame Master G. Yep. One of my good friends.
That's
good to see him in here as well.
Lag.
What'd you say, Jersey? I think we lost Jersey.
Come back. There you go.
No, I'm here. There's a lot of lag. A lot of crackling.
Am I crackling or is it the other?
No, you're very clear.
Just me?
I think it's just all of us because we're live. I think it's everybody.
JB and Daniel are both clear.
Yeah, I can't. You guys can hear and see me. Everything's okay.
Yeah, we can see and hear you.
You're good.
It's probably just coming on my end.
Wipe off the glasses.
All right, cool.
And,
probably it's coming in on my end. I don't know why.
Off camera, clean out the ear. I'm just kidding.
As you see, I wanted to represent Sentri and ManCave tonight since we're missing them. So I got the beard shirt on. Since, as you see, I'm the least furry of everybody on here.
I was going to wear my Ed Kemper T-shirt for Jersey, but yeah, I forgot.
Right. I kept my horrible mustache.
Horrible mustache.
You own such a shirt?
You horrible
I
mustache.
get you mustache.
Yeah, and thanks to that comment, whoever you were, you made me a little more conscious of my mustache, so I trimmed it up for you. Hopefully,
Yeah, but listen, you got one guy criticizing you for your mustache. You got another one calling you Randy Orton lookalike. So
that's
got to
true.
take the good with the bad, man.
Yeah, that's true. And then, well, the granddaughter, she thinks I look like Dwayne Johnson, which was pretty awesome. So,
Did you throw the eyebrow up or something?
well, I picked it up, the WWE Motu, and I had it in my hand.
Yep.
I had it in my hand. So either she thinks I look like Dwayne Johnson or she thinks I look like a little action figure. So I think it's the second. I look like a little action figure, a weird looking head.
Listen, if anybody says you look like Dwayne Johnson, you're doing okay. So.
Yeah. She's 3, so I appreciate her all the time.
Oh, man, I love it. So a little bit of talk today before we actually get started in our cool conversation about, kind of getting to know each other and where we started off in our collecting and everything. Let's talk a little bit of news, just kind of get going before we get some more people on here on the stream. Uh-oh, lost Jersey. He'll be back.
Lost Jersey. Come back, Jersey.
So let me share this screen here and go big. That's not what I want.
Very great lines, though.
That's
yeah.
what I want.
Oh, yeah.
So McFarlane's done thrown us out here some Jersey spinning. Let's see if he can get in. There we go. So we're going to talk a little news here, Jersey, now that you're back. McFarlane threw out a nice little tease here of the
Am I back in here?
Blackest Night. Yeah, we hear you, Jersey.
All right, good.
Oh, that's not the deceased line?
No, this is the Blackest Night from McFarlane's DC Multiverse stuff here.
Oh, okay.
So one of the best storylines.
It's so crackly, you guys.
One of the best storylines that Jeff Johns ever did, the Blackest Night in the DC world. So it's really cool that McFarlane's going to try to jump into this too. There was a lot of DC Direct figures that had been done for the Blackest Night. So actually, this figure actually looks pretty good compared to what we have with the DC Direct stuff. And of course, these are, around the same scale as what DC Direct were too, 7-inch scale wise. But they claim that we're going to get a Kyle Rayner, a Superman from Blackest Night, and also a Deathstorm, which is
that's cool.
Firestorm as Deathstorm. And then those 4, which is awesome that McFarlane does only 4 figures to build a figure, will give us an Atrocitus Build-A-Figure.
Oh, that's pretty sweet. Yeah, I never actually read that. I read Deceased, but I didn't read Blackest Night.
So that's definitely one I would definitely suggest to go back and read if you want to.
Okay. Yeah, I
did not like the Brightest Day. There was a Brightest Day that came afterwards. It wasn't that great of a storyline, but
yeah, that was more
was
recent.
Amazing.
Yeah, I didn't like it.
It was right after the Blackest Night. Yeah.
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 How much were you into reading, JB? Just until recently.
That's a great question because not a lot, and that's just honest. When I meet toy store owners and when I'm out and about meeting other collectors, really wasn't a big comic guy at all. It was nothing against the comic books at all. I thought it was great, and I would see the pictures, and for some reason I was just gravitated toward a TV or a movie screen, and I think that a lot of that was my dad, big into the Betamax and then VHS and then Laserdisc. So growing up, always connected to a visual storytelling instead of the traditional book reading. And so I wasn't really big into comic books at all. I mean, I probably could count maybe 10 on my hand, and I don't even remember the titles. But
well,
now
with the fact that you guys are both huge Star Wars guys, did y'all get into the Star Wars books at all to get into that that genre even deeper?
I did probably in the 90s, but it wasn't even like so much the comics. I read like a lot of the like the Timothy Zahn novels, things like that, like Heir of the Empire, that whole storyline in some of those novels. But as far as comics, not really. The first comic that I really got into with Star Wars was the Darth Vader series from like, I think it was like 4 or 5 years ago. The one that took place between Revenge of the Sith and New Hope.
Those are Marvel done, right?
No, those are they're Disney. They're Disney.
Yes.
Yeah, so Marvel. Yeah, and there's right now they're on their third Darth Vader story. The first one took place between let's see, Revenge of the Sith and New Hope. The second one took place between New Hope and Empire, and now the new one is between Empire and Jedi. And they've introduced tons of new characters in it, and they're all really good.
So do we think that the Black Series can touch base on any of those?
They already have.
Okay.
That's like where like Dr. Aphra came from, Black Chrysanthemum. That's where they all originated from.
Hey, we got Flame Master G has actually officially joined back in, and we got Comics 1017 in here as well. What's up, dudes? And Flame Master G is telling you, JB, Bradley is still talking about the swap meet the other day. So,
dude, that's
taking him around.
Hey, he was taking me around, and honestly, as I left, I thought about turning around because he had some figures that had some great deals that I forgot to pick up. So maybe next time I'm in the area, especially when it's a clone exclusive from Walmart at a decent resale value. Yeah, I should have picked up on those. But
oh, there we go. Finally,
there we go, Jersey.
You know what? I did on my phone. It's 20 million times better. So we're gonna just do it on the phone.
There you go. I'm
sorry, everyone. That was my fault.
Welcome back.
Yeah, let's hope Todd doesn't mess up anything, man. I cannot wait to get another Green Lantern. So I already have. They first gave us the John Stewart, and we've gotten him twice now. Then we got a Hal Jordan in a 2-pack.
Which is that Hal Jordan is amazing, by the way. It's probably like one of the best Hal Jordans ever done.
And so for us to get a Kyle, that'll be awesome. That's 3 of our Earth Lanterns there, so that's cool.
Yeah.
So I just hope he goes even more. I don't want to just see 3 Blackest Night and be done. I want to see everybody.
Yeah.
But of course he's going to start off with Batman there, right?
We don't have enough Batmans.
Why not? Just like Star Wars and Boba Fett. Why not? Just add another one.
So I don't know what this picture was all about. I don't know how he got this one released, but he's missing his foot and missing a hand there. So that's all crazy looking.
Maybe he's telling you, get your glue ready, and we're going to send it to you like that. And I'm kidding.
Oh,
it's not a Swamp Thing or a Clayface or a Titan Joker. It's a Batman, so it's going to be fine.
Yeah, that's the thing about Todd. He re-releases stuff so much. Mama said, "Pop you out." You got to buy stuff twice then, which stinks. So, to get Hal on clearance, that's the way to go to try to get him a little cheaper. But I'm sure he'll release him again.
Right.
Well, we were saying this earlier, is that the one good thing about McFarlane is that, generally speaking, it's not hard to find the figures.
Yeah.
Right.
If you want something, it's not going to be that hard to find it. Like, I don't think I've ever had to go on the secondary market to find any figure that I wanted.
Well, when I have gone on the secondary market, now that I'm jumping back into McFarlane, now that they're actually giving us some nice figures like the Clayface, the Titan Joker, the Man Bat, and the Croc, I'll kind of jump back in just so I can get the Rogues for Batman.
Yeah.
And I started going back and looking and seeing what they are on the aftermarket, and they're actually got a very good value still.
Yeah.
For the stuff that's already passed. So that's actually a good thing for those collectors out there.
Yeah. I think the 2 hardest figures generally are considered the Grim Knight and Deathstroke, possibly.
Yeah.
I remember when they were out, I'd see them pretty regularly.
Right.
So
I like when I found all the the Batman movie, that big shipper that I found and just blew up everywhere. One of my Walmarts had them, at like $15.88, I think it was. And I know a couple years ago when we started getting these McFarlane figures, I would get, some, more basic of the figure and still get them at a lower price point than $20. And I don't see how they can, you know, continue to keep that price point really low with some great figures and, you know, decent accessories compared to our, you know, to our love of Black Series, you know, for me, and even like some of the Marvel figures where it's like that's
Jumping
all
up to $24, $26
right
now. So
right. So that's, I mean, that's my biggest thing with McFarlane. It's like if I'm getting something less than $20 and it's a great looking figure, I'm like, okay, I'll grab it. You know,
I actually think that the McFarlane figures are better quality than Marvel Legends. I might be in the minority on that, but I think they're actually better.
I can still look at the ankle joints and the little roundness that he usually has right there in the ankle joint. That's the only part that really bothers me. And then also, if you ever saw the Nightwing, his underwear has got issues still. He's still got a lot of issues with the plastic he's got going on around the crotch area.
right.
And lost Oleg now.
Oleg.
All right, so I'm not huge into Transformers, but these Shattered Glass. Now we've got a Shattered Glass of Prime that they just revealed today. So that's a pretty cool looking different storyline there for Prime. And I should have put a picture in here, but I didn't. I know ManCave has got one in his collection. I don't know if any of y'all did, but that auto transforming Prime.
I have.
Did you get it?
Yeah.
Okay, so did you notice that they released a video of the trailer today?
Oh yeah. Yep.
So you get Willie and the trailer.
I'm not happy about it.
Uh-oh. Oh, because you're going to buy it too?
First of all, it's $750, which is
what?
kind of crazy. And it's 3 feet long. So just from a space standpoint, I have no idea how I could possibly get it. I don't think I'm going to get it. But the fact that it exists is going to always bother me.
All right, so I haven't seen the video yet. Do they actually tie together and they can actually roll into each other?
I'm not sure. I didn't see the video. I only saw an article saying that it's coming out. Was there a video that was released as well?
Yeah, Hasbro did a video today on it.
Oh, boy. Like I said, I'm not going to get it, but it's going to bother me that it exists and I don't have it.
Do I see sweat coming down there? Sweats under the brow?
A little bit. A little bit.
So Mama says Poppy Out agrees with the ankle and the wrist issues, but other than that, the quality looks pretty good.
Yeah.
Oliver Sutton has also joined. I love Todd sculpts, but the joints are awkward.
Yeah.
Flame Master G's asking me about Shattered Glass. Does anybody know about the Shattered Glass storyline?
I don't.
So basically, the characters are opposite of each other. So Prime is actually a villain. So he's the opposite of what he was before.
Okay.
From what I can get, I have not read the storyline at all, but it is in the comics for that Shattered Glass storyline.
I actually just sold them. I had the Shattered Glass Jetfire.
Jetfire, yeah. So it's opposite colors, right?
Yep. And that's what I didn't like about it. I like the coloring just kind of bothered me because I like the traditional white and red Jetfire, but I couldn't find them for a decent price. So I was like, oh, and the Shattered Glass one went up for sale. So I bought that, but then I ultimately did find the regular one for a good price. So I just ended up selling the Shattered Glass one.
Cool. This guy's I'm excited about. This is what I'm extremely excited about seeing.
Oh!
I was so excited about Dr. Mindbender, but the fact they're wanting to do it in a deluxe form, holy cow.
There it is. Bringing me back in.
They got me. So I don't know if this is going to be a Hasbro Pulse exclusive version, kind of like they did the Zartan.
I was just going to ask you if it was an exclusive.
I haven't seen yet.
I would imagine
they're also going to give a regular release.
It looks like it might.
Usually, those big ones like that are the deluxe ones are exclusives.
Right. I still hope that they do a regular release as well.
I think it might be a regular, or I remember someone saying it. It's either regular. I'm going to hate to say it, probably a Target. I mean, if it's probably going to be a Target one.
Well, like you said, in this deluxe box like this right here, I don't know. I don't know if I can see that.
I think Target. No, wait, not Target. Yeah, Target is going with the Tiger Force. So I don't know.
Yes.
So I don't know if maybe Walmart will get this one or Hasbro Pulse.
I'm thinking Pulse with that packaging. Yeah.
Yeah. So that's what I'm thinking.
I don't think you can put a slipcover like that on something in the store.
No,
it would get destroyed.
It would totally get destroyed. Yeah.
I'm trying my best to get out of classifieds. But
me too.
then I see that and I'm like, oh boy.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah, when I saw the Storm Shadow and the Croc Master, I was like, yep, forget Super 7. I'm all in on Classified now.
Yeah.
I passed on Viper and Bats just because I'm like, all right, I'm going to really make a concerted effort to not get any more.
Right.
I have a bunch already, and I'm not selling them. I am going to keep them, but I'm like, I'm just not going to buy any more. But then I see this and just
makes you want to get right back into it.
Mm-hmm.
Yep, totally.
It is a really nice present. I love the colors in the box.
Yeah.
The box art itself is beautiful.
Like the Zartan that's like that is incredible.
Oh my God.
I would imagine this one is going to be comparable.
And JB, did you help? You didn't help ManCave get that Cobra Commander he got, did you? That was somebody else.
The Cobra Commander or the Zartan?
You helped him get the Zartan, right?
Yeah, I'm not going to say he put me in an arm bar up in Gastonia, but I got two witnesses in my view below me. There you go. Mr. Sintastic, great, and then the Jersey Geek himself, just watched the verbal manhandling of ManCave.
In a parking lot.
For life.
In a parking lot next to JB's toy trunk.
Yep.
So Mama said Papillon actually said he's doing the opposite. He's going Super 7 route instead of the Classified when he saw the Wave 3, which was the Lady J, the Doc. I think there was a Trooper that you could actually swap out the parts for and go either way with the colors. And then who was the fourth?
Help us out, Mama said pop you out. What's Wave 3? Go ahead and put that in. Help these guys out. Help us help you. Because I know Sentri, a couple months ago was talking about he's out of Classified. And again, I don't want to speak out of turn, but because of the Super 7 Wave 1 and 2 saying I'm all in, this is what I know.
Storm Shadow. Oh, yeah, that's right. How can I forget Storm Shadow? That was like the teaser.
And then, the Storm Shadow. But again, they all look great. And, I know for me, I can't collect them all, even though I want to.
Yeah, exactly.
It's tough. But the way I know, Dan, when we're talking, kind of the newer figures, and instead of going backward, going forward, I really jumped into the Classified, and I just like that newer essence of it, because it still, to me, reminds me of my childhood with a newer twist. And for me, looking forward, I'm never kind of too scared of change. It might be because I'm not too invested in, let's say, in the comics and deep storylines. I'm just more of a quick visual, and that's it. I even like some of the G.I. Joe movies as much as they stunk.
I like.
Am I losing you guys? Oh, I'm off the channel all of a sudden.
I like some of the G.I. Joe movies. I didn't think they were that bad.
The first one was bad.
The first one's bad, yes, but the second one that had The Rock and
the second one they killed everybody off at the beginning. That was kind of like what?
Yeah, but I thought that one was pretty good, and Snake Eyes was okay.
No, Snake Eyes was horrible.
I thought it was okay.
I knew.
You haven't seen Snake Eyes yet, Jersey?
No, not yet. I kind of was holding off. Everybody was talking, saying how bad. I was like, I'll watch this when I'm ready. I'm just not. I wasn't in a rush to see it.
I'm waiting for it to get on Tubi. So
yeah,
they forced Scarlet and Baroness into that movie. They did not need to be in there at all.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, I heard a lot of people were complaining about that actually.
So here's the inside of the package folded out. So of course you got plenty of room in there, and they kind of store all the weapons out to the sides. That's pretty dang awesome looking.
That is really cool.
Yeah, that looks fantastic.
Oh, like you're buying it? Who you kidding?
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Yeah. I'm not going to even pretend on this one.
JB, right, so here's what we got to look forward to, and of course I get to at least say, because JB, I've done told you I'm not a completionist, and you need to get out of that completionist mindset as well.
And because of great friends like you guys are helping me get that. And again, that's kind of what I did today. I'm back home in Virginia Beach doing some, not so much soul searching while on vacation, but going to these other toy stores other than our great stores up there in the Charlotte area in South Carolina. It's looking at what I really want to focus on and not be a completionist and not get doubles. Because when I really first started getting into it, I said, let me do one in package, one out of package. And you just can't. There's just no way. There's no way. And I'm, again, the rookie learning, the rookie really learning. So
Yeah, I have a problem where like I'm not a completionist, but there's so much that I like. Like I do so many lines. I mean, I'm mostly Star Wars. That's always going to be like my first love.
Same
But
here.
there's, I mean, I've dipped my toe into everything, literally everything.
So, like I said, when I look at this right here and I see the Tiger Force and I see the Python Patrol, I get to, wipe my brow and say, whew, I don't need those. I definitely want a bazooka. I definitely want a Recondo, but this early in the line, I think that was way too early to be throwing in these Tiger Force and Python Patrol. I mean, that was what 8 or 10 years into the line before we got to see those type of repaints in the Joes.
I was already out of it. I mean, that's just being honest. I was out of it by the time I saw stuff like that. That's how quick I moved on, And
it was smart on their part to do something like that. I mean, you get the same mold, you put that same vehicles out with new paint on it. Right. I don't think we're there yet with classifieds, and I might be wrong, But I'm definitely all in, like I said, for Mindbender, Dusty, Zorana, and Crimson Guard.
Yeah, and that look right there, and then of course I got the Crimson Twins were my guys.
Oh yeah, definitely.
So, I mean, if I wasn't in classified at all, I would probably just get those two, just to have those two,
Those were two that I saw out in a toy store back when I was a kid, and this is one of those things that I'm going to ask that question later on, but I'm going to go ahead and give you my answer right now. What caused me to be OCD about wanting to collect as an adult? Passing up on things like the Twins and 3 3/4 inch at a store that I went to back when I was a kid and being like, why did I do that? I wanted those so bad. That kind of thing is what got me. So we'll talk about that later with you guys as well. What got you to be OCD freaks like me? So have y'all been watching the Moon Knight at all?
Yes.
I have not had a chance to sit down and watch it yet.
Me neither.
Okay, so I like the first episode better than I did the second episode, but it definitely is a good show. I'm going to say it's not my top yet.
It's good because it's different. It's so different than like anything else they've ever done before. And you're because he's crazy, and you're never 100% sure what's going on. I'm really enjoying it so far.
So here's the two costumes that we've already seen in the show, and boom, we already got figures showing off for
Mr.
those in the next wave. So, very funny scene when he dresses like this the first time. So I'm not going to give it away, but extremely funny whenever that happens.
Yeah.
But also, man, I can totally picture massive figures. What do you think I'll look for a Build-A-Figure in this Moon Knight style?
Oh,
and again, I don't want to give it away, but I think that there's a definite need for a Egyptian Build-A-Figure in this.
Oh, that's almost like it. Yeah, that sells itself. I mean, yeah, absolutely.
So when you guys watch it, you'll see what we're talking about.
Yeah, and again, me being the movie and TV guy, I'm not saying I'm not surprised I haven't caught up to it yet. It's been really busy, and I can't wait to watch it because, Dan, you know that of me. I'm an MCU guy. This is MCU TV all over the place, and these figures, without even watching the movie or the show, I'm like, wow, that's pretty amazing right there. And I do hope they come out with more characters that go along with it, though.
Yeah.
Have you seen what happened to the price of the Moon Knight Walgreens exclusive that was out like a couple of years ago?
No.
It's skyrocketed.
Did it shoot up?
Yeah.
Damn.
That's a great figure.
Because it looks just like that. It's the completely white.
Yeah.
It's a great figure. I think it's about a $75 figure now.
Nice.
There's a Walgreens like 200 feet this way. Let me go check real quick.
Oh, it was out like 2 years ago.
Hey, I mean,
you'll still manage to find a whole case of them in the back somewhere.
Yeah.
I did sell my
He's
other
gonna walk
version.
into Walgreens and be like, "Listen, I'm Randy Orton. Like, don't make me RKO you."
He hears voices.
I'm done too.
I did sell my other Moon Knight though during the swap meet for a pretty good price. So I can't remember what wave it was.
And speaking of the figures, going up, I know just down the street, the Yester Toys. Shout out to Yester Toys right here in Virginia Beach. We were kind of talking about Blade, how before the announcement of the new Blade movie was coming out, how that figure was, under $20.
Yeah.
And it walked out the store for a lot more than $20.
So the Blade figure that was from the Netflix Man Thing Build-A-Figure wave is an amazing looking figure. So I can see that.
Yeah.
I like the original Marvel Legend Blade figure. I thought that was a great figure. The Wesley
Snipes. Yeah, that was a good likeness back then.
Yeah.
That's the one I was talking about. That's the one that
Really, with the mic and everything. Was it in package?
In package.
Okay.
Good to go. And I remember seeing it, and I probably had it. I'll dig back. I probably had it on an older film or a picture, before I started the channel.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it was pretty awesome looking figure. Great package too. So just the way it was set up.
So here we are with another leaked wave. Interesting enough, before its time. And
I think it's more than leaked. I think people have been finding it in the stores.
Yep.
Yep.
Yep. And these are a couple of MCU collectors pictures before we pulled them off of Instagram for some reason, showing the Ravager Thor, which I love that costume. So that's really cool. We're getting that.
I love it.
I might get two because I'm gonna have that, and then I like that head sculpt. I want to put it on something else.
We got this is the one that actually makes me kind of disgusted. Gore looks pitiful.
So help me out, because again, TV movie guy, I'm looking at something from Bill and Ted's Excellent Adventure 5.
Bogus journey, man.
I'm okay with that because it's a part of the movie or whatever. But so help me out. Why isn't Gore not Gore here?
You're saying, why is he not Gore? Why does he not look like the comic version?
Yeah.
I don't know. I don't know why they couldn't do it. I don't know why he's got to have a toga on.
Yeah, it's a poor character design.
Okay.
But I mean, I'm going to say this right here. This image that they have actually looks really good. But whatever they did in the transition to the action figure form, I don't like it.
I mean, I'm holding out hope that he's going to be done well in the movie because Christian Bale is playing him. So
right.
Look at that. Both Mama Said Pop You Out and Comics 1017 pretty much said the same thing. Dead Zordon from Mighty Morphin Power Rangers. Dying Zordon. So obviously, great minds. There you go. Awesome. And interesting enough, we are getting, and you see a leg here, and you see at the very top, we're getting another Korg figure. So this will be the third Korg figure that Marvel Legends does.
That's a great Thor figure right there.
Yeah, I love that. It's a little thin, a little skinny though, but
little bit, but it just really pops. I love the coloring. It looks great.
Yeah.
He was on keto, so he was on the same diet as the Black Chrysanthemum, so he's good.
You got your Natalie Portman, Jane Foster.
Okay, I mean,
it's fine.
Yeah.
The face sculpt looks fairly well. I mean, I can tell it's her.
I'm looking for that brunette though. I don't know.
Yeah, I was gonna say, wasn't she a brunette in the movie?
Right.
I mean, she's a natural brunette, but I thought she was a brunette in the movies too. They didn't make her blonde.
Jane Foster is a brunette in the movie.
Yeah.
Yeah, but she's turning into Thor. She got to change her hair color.
True.
Then we get to jump into some Guardians in this wave. So you got a Star-Lord again. So Chris Pratt getting some love, and then you got a little teenage Groot again.
Yeah.
There you go.
So I think they probably could have done better with these two choices in the wave. And then you got a third Valkyrie for MCU as well. I think this is her third figure. So, and she is King Valkyrie, which I'm not going to go into that, I guess.
We'll say that. Yeah, private conversation.
Yep, definitely.
Animal House Thor. There you go, Flame Master G. Animal House Thor. That's absolutely right.
I am Groot. So there's our Build-A-Figure. We got our Korg Build-A-Figure again. So this is the third time we're seeing Korg in Marvel Legends, and still have not seen his little buddy Meek.
Yeah, and he's not dead.
Exactly.
So I mean, they need to put him out.
Yeah, I don't understand what's up with that.
Yeah, he was just sleeping. He wasn't dead. So.
When's that movie coming out? Like July?
Well, Strange is coming out in
May. Yeah.
So yeah, I'm thinking probably July for this, but this has got a street date.
It's weird that we haven't gotten a trailer or anything yet.
Nothing. Yeah.
Well, I thought, wasn't there a trailer out? I purposely didn't.
No,
I haven't seen anything for this.
There hasn't been a trailer.
Not even production stills.
And it's like 3-4 months, 3 months away from release, just about.
Yeah.
It's possible that there might be something in Doctor Strange that they're trying to hide. So who knows?
So I will say this: they're putting 2 per case with the gold version. So that's a good choice, I would say, probably.
You think so? Okay.
And also, FYI, he didn't have a Build-A-Figure piece, so they're getting off the cheap way with that, I guess.
Marvel.
So there's your scale. So he's actually a larger version of Thor right there. So even though he is skinnier looking from what we first looked at, he's fairly large compared to Gore.
Yeah.
Dude, I can totally see that is a great face printing technology on Christian Bale.
Yeah.
There you go.
I totally see him.
Oh yeah.
So that part I will say is great.
Have we gotten a? I can't recall. Do we have a Beta Ray Bill Marvel Legend?
We have we have two Beta Ray Bills. There's one from Toy Biz that was the classic look, and then there's another newer one that looks more like the.
I'm actually desperately looking for that Beta Ray Bill.
Yes, you are. You want the newer one, don't you?
What's that?
You want that newer one, don't you?
I do. I really need that one. He's going up in price too. Last time I saw him, his average is like $30-$35.
What's the name of that galactic team he's on? It's the Annihilators.
Yeah, I don't know.
So he's on a team with like Ronan and Gladiator from the what's the X-Men big old team in outer space? I'm blanking right now. He's like the leader of the that outer space X-Men team.
Hey, Oleg, I don't know about you. Every time I hear the word space, I'm not thinking Star Wars. I'm thinking like Space Ghost. I don't know. Is it because I'm old? I hear space.
Space Ghost.
Ghost.
Right? Yeah, you know what I'm saying.
I know what you're talking about. On USA.
Oh yeah.
Space Ghost from coast to coast. Jay Zeus, what's up, man? I'm glad to be back. We talked about this, guys, on our little chat the other day. If we recall, we were talking about, oh yeah, hey, our Super 7 turtles can fit in our turtle van for the NECA
debate.
That was funny. I actually measured the new 4-pack NECA, and it was like 5.5. I was like, oh.
So even though our turtles are claiming 7-inch scale for NECA, no, I don't think that our Super 7, which you see is a lot taller,
yeah,
will fit in this van, because as you see right here, they are barely able to fit in their van for their little 5.5. So no, for you guys out there that are wanting to try to put get by cheaper with the turtle van, I don't think you can do it.
I even went out and bought the 4-pack in anticipation for the van, so I just figured I had to just deal with it at this point.
No, I mean, that's a good choice. I love the NECA turtles, so that's an awesome choice.
Yeah.
Well, the reason why I wasn't getting them because I didn't have the brothers, so I figured why even buy any cartoon turtles from NECA if I'm not going to have the brothers? So the 4-pack, I hope, doesn't lead anywhere, but it's essentially like an in if I want to fall down that hole. You know, some of those you can still get, you know, they're readily available, but some of them are just gone. I won't even try and go back and even look at them at this point.
Right.
So,
Comics 1017 says the NECA van is only 2 inches wider and longer than the vintage van. Wow.
Can't even.
Hey, action figure expert, bud. What's up, man? This guy here knows everything. He gets me all the time on my videos. Lets me know I'm missing some stuff. So I love action figure expert.
We need guys like that.
Definitely. That's why I never put the word expert behind my name. I just literally gave my name.
Oh, that's why I like using the word rookie a lot.
All right. Our buddy Sentri, the Mad Collector, found this thing in the wild, I believe, right?
yeah, interesting thing here.
So he found this one right here, right next to this one, where you can see this one actually has the cloak in the package on top of the figure, and this one is completely missing the cloak.
I think it's just a screw up, maybe.
Totally.
I don't have the figure, so I don't know what he looks like outside the box under the cloak.
Right there.
Yeah, he's gonna have the hammer pants on with the gun belt.
Hammer pants, nice.
Yeah,
Go Hammer, go Hammer.
I don't remember. Did he say that it seemed like it was completely sealed?
Yes, he said he looked and the tape was on every bit of it.
Yeah, he said sealed up, good to go. And kind of like what we were saying, you know, the cloak or the soft goods was off, and hopefully it's in the package somewhere. Because if not,
it had to be like a
one-off
one-off
somewhere.
It had to be a one-off screw up because no, I don't think anybody else has seen it anywhere like that.
Mm-mm. Hey, action figure expert's saying that he's wanting to actually see what his NECA turtles are going to look like in the Super 7 van. I think Super 7 has given plenty of room. If you look at the Thunder Tank, I think that they're going to do the same thing with the turtle van and give us plenty of room for all the turtles and April and Casey to fit in that dang van.
Right.
I agree with you, Flame Master, but I don't know if that's just the Flash. He says that the weapons actually look darker in the left version than they do the right version.
Yeah, that plastic likes to bend the light a lot.
Super 7 van is massive. Yep, it fits at least 6 figures.
And you know, if you're going to spend that, you might as well. I mean, if you're going to spend that type of money, you better get something big and hulking and something that you can use for a lot of different things.
So more quick QC issues. ManCave sent us this picture. I think ManCave sent us this picture too, didn't he?
This is one with the faceless Demona, right?
Faceless Demona.
Yep.
In the package, she was missing the extra face.
Right?
Yeah, he said a subscriber, I think, sent that to him on the left, or the Demona.
So NECA and Hasbro both having some QC issues. I don't know what's up with that.
Yeah. I did. I don't know if I put in my last video, but the Roddy Piper They Live. I had the 2 head sculpts sealed.
Yes. Yeah.
2 sealed package. You know, both wearing the sunglasses, and
Sunglasses.
I have the figure, and I went home and in my package, and I looked. It was like, yeah, there's one without sunglasses, one without. And again, that's NECA. So are they continuing to do it? And
hey, what did you decide on that? The nun you saw the other day with those head sculpts.
Well, I had a subscriber tell me that's what variants are, so I appreciate that. Thanks for looking out, letting me know that's what variants are when they don't look the same. And but I also had another comment saying that the heads twist, and I've never seen the movie, and that's why I referred to you, Jersey.
Jason, you talking about the Migo nun?
Yeah,
it's
so
not. There's one head; it spins around.
Right,
gotcha.
and that's what kind of freaked me out.
But depending on how it's boxed, it can be boxed with either way spun around. I have 2 of them.
And you got them out of package?
Not yet. I'm working on that. The NECA nun comes with alternate heads. That one actually just has one head just spins around.
Gotcha.
Mm-hmm.
And that kind of freaked me out because I thought they were all going to be facing one way, and when you open it, then you could twist it. But I brought it to my son, and I said, "Here you go." And one's looking one way or the other, and you know,
did you get both of them?
Yeah, I did, because he's going to keep it in box and just have the 2 different variations.
She does look good in the box. It's one of those figures. You know, you can have it in the box or outside. It looks good either way.
Yeah, and he didn't appreciate me bringing it home, and I'm working on bringing home an Annabelle. So, buddy, if you're watching, you know,
a NECA Annabelle or like actual life size Annabelle.
Maybe both.
I want a life size Annabelle. Too expensive.
That's Mesca, right?
Which one?
The life size.
The life size that I know is from Trick or Treat Studios. She's like literally life size. She's like it's like a $500 figure piece.
Yeah.
All right, I'm going to make some of y'all mad here, but hopefully we're going to be able to redeem ourselves according to JB.
Yeah, I really want this figure for sure.
So let's talk some street dates and what in the world we're going to do about street dates.
So my understanding is the street date on this is what, September 9th?
September 9th.
Then why is this showing up now in April?
They're going to change it.
They have to. That should be available now.
Why
this
street
is such
date
a pet
this
peeve
figure?
of mine. It's making me crazy.
But why street date this figure? It's not like he's like you're waiting on a movie or anything.
Right.
Yeah, exactly. Nothing special.
So Mama says it was definitely lifted today, and he said he got one. So
good.
Get out there to your targets and get them.
Mama said, "No, good
Mama said
job."
coming in with the knowledge. Thanks, man. Appreciate that. That's good to know.
So
at least his package is red compared to the Undertaker and Kane's white figure packages, so you actually be able to see it stick out maybe.
Yeah. I think the newer ones have. I think the new ones are going to have that red around it, right?
I don't know what's up with that because Kane and Undertaker are fairly new. So
I thought
because the ones that are in the packages like that are the fan takeover ones.
Yeah, that's right. That's what it is. Good job. Yeah.
This is fan takeover as well.
Yeah, because all the fan takeover ones are in that package. It's Ultimate Warrior, Hogan,
Jeff Hardy's in there, right?
Jeff Hardy.
Right.
There's a Triple H in there that released recently, right?
He's not out yet. He's
normally those two were Amazon exclusives, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So this will be the first Target exclusive then.
Yeah.
Yeah. Good old Dave Batista. Yeah. So
that's such a great looking figure though.
With street dates, you know, and the whole Target thing. I remember last year with the whole Major Blood thing, you know, and
God, don't remind me about that.
But that's what me and Marsha were talking about, you know, as we're driving yesterday, leaving Target, getting denied just like everybody across the country for a $29 action figure. Just why? It's not, there's no movie affiliated. And, you know, Marsha brought this up today, which was, that was kind of funny. She goes, maybe they're just waiting for a big type of an event to happen. I'm like, you mean like WrestleMania last weekend? And
Right.
it's like, these are the type of things that we need, like on WrestleMania days or weekends. But
Yeah.
Yeah, that's why they finally did it. It would have been great to have it all for WrestleMania, but of course, you know, you can't really expect all that with everything going on with the shipping issues and everything.
right.
So Mama said, Poppy, that NWO Savage looks amazing. So I cannot wait to see some more NWO figures coming out like that.
Yeah, that figure looks incredible.
Oh, you pre-ordered that one, right?
Yeah.
I figured. I know you pre-ordered a lot.
I pre-ordered everything.
Did you get the ring, the Mattel Creations?
No, because
Dude, I want that ring.
That went up for pre-order or whatever around the same time as Galactus did. So I wasn't going to do both. So I just did Galactus.
How much was the pre-order for that ring?
But now I'm regretting it, of course.
I don't know. What was the price on that, Olu?
I believe it was $250.
Yeah.
If you were one of the early birds, you were going to get the Macho Man announcer, right?
Yes.
And then if not, then you're just going to get the
Kevin Nash,
Diesel and the Doink.
Yeah.
Doink, right?
Doink.
Doink.
Doink the cloud.
But yeah. Good stuff.
What do y'all think about the fact that with the Ultimates, like, for example, we got the Fiend now twice?
I can do it out the second one, but I mean, he could have been like an elite. I don't think he really needed to be an Ultimate. Because the first Ultimate is great, and then you have the Alexa Bliss, which is fine. You know, they can go together. But I really don't think they needed to do the burnt one. They could have just did him as an elite.
Especially since he's not with the company anymore.
Exactly. For real.
Well, me and my wife we're just laughing about that because half the people they're coming out with, Bobby Fish, you know, the Fiend, a number of other characters, they're not even with WWE anymore. It's like
a lot of them are
missing the ball there.
Yeah.
Hey, so let me ask you guys a question. Have y'all ever seen NECA go on sale like this?
Not $20
not that
off mummy figures. I'd be all over that. I'd be any of them for $20. I'd be all over.
I mean, poor Judith Hogue just did a video for NECA announcing that this was hitting the stores, and it's already on sale.
But it's probably not every Walmart because a lot of them are very inconsistent. Like we were talking about the Migos earlier, like they came out for January, went on clearance not even a month later, but now if you still see them, they're back up to their regular price. So it's like some Walmarts are just very inconsistent with their pricing.
Yeah, I mean, I saw these this weekend on my toy hunt, and they were regular price.
Yeah, same with the Karloff, with the Mummy especially. It's still $34.99.
Yeah.
Flame Master G's asking about your turtles up there. What are those?
Which ones?
Your green turtles up in the corner.
Up here?
Yep.
And your decals.
Other side. Detox.
Other way,
dude.
dude.
Green. Is that cookie jars?
They are cookie jars. They were banks that were used as cookie jars. The Raphael is still sealed with cookies in it.
So me and Jersey were talking the other day, and he actually said he wants to break that open and actually eat those. How old is that?
Almost 30 years old at this point.
Camera, live stream number 2.
I was gonna spoil something, but we should all do this together if you get my drift.
Oh, that's a good idea.
Yeah,
I don't think they'll let you bring something like that on a plane.
They better.
No, they would. I mean,
check in with your
Don't just
suitcase.
think I'm some fat kid with cookies. That's all I'll think. I'm a fat dude.
It's his support cookie jar. You can't judge him.
But don't open it, please. It's my emotional support cookie.
Golly, man.
All right, so I'm going to tell you guys something that I love Super 7 for now. And I hope y'all feel the same way. I don't know where you stand on this. Jersey, you might be a little young for this. You might not even know what this means, okay?
Oh.
Go ahead.
You ready for it?
I know Silverhawks. This is the next wave.
All right, so this was what got me all over Super 7. I love the Thundercats. I love that they had given us Motu back in the day. I missed all those, and I hate I did. Of course, that was also Mattel that did that, Matty Collector. But,
right.
They did it too. But they've done our Thundercats. They're doing our Turtles. And now we're getting our Silverhawks and our Joes and our Transformers all in the same scale. That was what always killed me as a kid, was when I was playing with my Joes and I was playing with my He-Man and I was playing with my Thundercats.
They're all different sizes.
Different scales. So the fact that we're getting these in the same scale and they look fantastic. So this is Wave 3. Of course, we haven't gotten any of them in hand yet. So we still don't know how their metallic look is going to really look on the figures. But I'm still excited about it, even if it doesn't have the vac metal on it.
Honestly, I don't think I've ever been disappointed in a Super 7. So,
My first wave Lino, the only thing that I have a disappointment in is that he has a very weak ankle. That's it.
okay.
So, that's got to happen sometimes. And I'm sure I can put something in there to kind of tighten it up or, heat it up or something to see if it'll tighten up maybe. But that's the only issue I've had on any of my Turtles and my Thundercats, except the fact that I want some more dang Thundercats. They should be catching up with the Turtles by now. They were announced before the Turtles, I think. But yeah, I know y'all probably couldn't see it in the background here, but I do have a full shelf of Turtles now. Let me see if I can go full screen here. That's all Turtles now.
Look at that.
That was all Marvel Legends a week ago or a few weeks ago. That's all Turtles now.
Yeah, and I filmed almost all of them.
Yeah.
And I grabbed me a couple too.
This is the NECA. I do have the Super 7 just right here. So, of course, that's going to expand a lot. But this is all just kind of spread out finally, my NECA. And,
do you have the Turtles in Disguise?
Yes.
Okay.
Right there.
Yeah.
The Turtles in Disguise are pretty much underneath the same ones as that new 4-pack, right? Once you take the trench coats off.
They are the darker green. So is the newer ones that you got, Jersey, is it the dark green or the light green?
Which ones? The ones that I just got?
Yeah, the 4-pack.
They are kind of like a lighter, like right in the middle. I said.
Yeah, most of them are the light green.
Mm-hmm.
Basically, the variants are the dark green.
Mm.
So, Mama said, Papa, I did get my Wave 4. I am waiting on my son, Zach Legend, to get home, and we're going to open those together. I cannot wait to get my Wave 2, though, to get that huge Mumbra.
Yeah. Those figures look great. They really do.
So I was never into the newer Silverhawks like Hot Wing and everything, but he does look great. I love my Mumbo Jumbo and my Molecular, but I was never into the newer Silverhawks. There's 3 of them. I can't even remember their names, which is sad since I'm a Silverhawk fan. But there's your packaging with your slipcover for Stargazer. So we're still missing Copper Kid from the original team. And, of course, with all the vehicles that we're getting from Super 7 for the Thundercats and the Turtles, I can definitely see them trying to do some vehicles with Silverhawks as well.
The one thing I'll give Super 7 with their packaging, it's amazing. The way their box is with that slip, it's an awesome presentation.
Yeah, they do an amazing job.
But it makes it hard to decide, like, do I want to open this or do I want to leave it in the box because it looks good?
That's I keep most stuff in box. Super 7 is
we're gonna
actually
change
one of
that,
the few that I actually take out.
We're gonna Hot Wing Flashback, and I think there was one more that was like a I can't remember his name. I'll get it. I got a video out there that I did years ago. I love the faces though that they're switching out, and they give you just the full wings that you can switch out to, so you can go either way with it.
Oh yeah, look at that.
I would definitely have loved to seen extra wings though with the birds, so there's not just got the wings down.
Right. Not just hanging out.
You got your Molecular.
That looks great.
So same thing with his bird. He's just got his wings down. And then you got your Mumbo Jumbo.
Who doesn't need that in their collection?
Oh my gosh.
That's nice.
Put them anywhere.
So we're getting 2 different birds with him. See that? So, I mean, it's the same bird. It's just 2 different forms. One is a hammer and one is the wings out.
Oh, okay. Looks like he's holding some Hormel chili. I couldn't tell. One with beans, one without.
All right. My wife is making fun of me. She says, I love me some Mumbo Jumbo. All right, Oleg. Talk to me about your collection.
Oh, there's my at least part of my vintage collection.
So Oleg has got several videos out there talking about or showing off his entire collection. So you've done one for your vintage collection. You've done one for your Black Series, I think.
Yeah.
I think you did one for your Transformers. You did one for Motu, I'm pretty sure, right?
Yep. And I think that was it. Yeah.
Okay. And then, of course, you did a full.
And then I did a full
room tour,
kind of an overview of everything. But
so with the vintage collection, the Black Series, the Transformers, and the Motu,
And
you still have some TMNT that you've just added recently.
Oh, TMNT, wrestling.
Wrestling, yep.
Yeah, in NECA,
there you go.
McFarland.
There you go.
This stuff is like crack to me. I mean, it's
And you're a gamer.
yeah.
Oh, that's right. You started this
Don't
whole thing. We'll talk about
forget
that in
that.
a second. You started this whole thing off as gaming, so
yeah,
we'll talk about that in a minute too.
Everything.
That's a whole another live stream.
Yeah.
So here's your some Transformers that you got still in box.
Yeah. A lot of the commemorative series from back in the day from Toys R Us. Yeah.
So those weren't the originals, right? This is all just commemorative stuff.
No, those are the commemorative series from like the early 2000s.
Did you go back and get any of the original vintage stuff?
I have a lot of my original Transformers, just not in box.
Right.
So, but I wanted, to get that, kind of retro, box feeling, and I bought up a lot of them from back in the day.
So you went with the Masterverse for Motu, but you also have a lot of the Motu classics.
I think I have all of them that have been released to date. Yeah.
All of the Masterverse or the Motu classics?
Both.
Are you kidding me?
Yeah.
And you got the Motu classics in package, right?
Yeah. Yeah.
Wow.
I have them on a wall, thumbtacked.
Wow.
You've got like,
but I opened up the Masterverse and put them in like one of the sections of the detail.
Now we're talking classics, not origins.
I have both.
You have classics, origins, and Masterverse.
Yeah.
Holy moly!
Someone's a Motu fan.
I have from classics. I probably have. Oh gosh. Maybe about 15 of them.
Yeah, that's what I thought. You didn't have all the classics.
No, I meant origins. I have all of them.
Yeah. I thought so.
Yeah. Sorry.
I was about to be really upset with you because I didn't see all them in the video.
No, it is sorry. Yeah. I get the two lines mixed up.
You can't, man. There's a big difference in price.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
Now, what are these? Are these Vintage Collection too?
No, those are, it's a little bit of everything. The figures on the wall, those are the original figures from Revenge of the Sith.
And they're 3 3/4?
Yep, those are all 3 3/4. I have a few Black Series figures there, some vehicles, some bigger figures.
Now, you didn't go HasLab with the barge, right? I
did not.
Okay.
No.
And I'm sure you're kicking yourself. We saw that in JB's video the other day. He saw the barge going for $2K.
I mean, it's for me. I have so much crap that it really is it's an issue of room, and I have a big basement and I don't have a single inch of space. I basically have to rotate things in order to keep things out.
Do it, JB.
I got my hand up, just like guys. You could use it as a table. I mean, just.
You know what I want to do? I see it in your room. You have the board where you put them and you can stack them.
Yeah,
pegboard.
The pegboard, yeah.
Like a retail
pegboard, yeah, pegboard and the adjustable shelves. Yeah.
I need the pegboard. If I got a pegboard, that would save me a lot of room.
You know what else would save a lot of room?
Open it up.
Opening it.
Let him breathe. Come on.
I've gone this long without opening them. I'm not opening them now.
You will. We will make you open them. We're here for moral support if you need it, Uncle.
I've been opening a lot more stuff recently.
You have.
Newer stuff. Hold on.
I want to go back to that last video you did where you did your unboxing, where you were trying to get us all excited for it. I'm so upset with you. That's not an unboxing. You literally have to rip the clamshell off the back of the cardboard for it to be considered an unboxing.
That hurts my soul way too much.
Yeah, I'll hook you up. Don't worry.
I have to do it very gently. I save like all the boxes, or a lot of them at least, because I tell myself, I can just put the figures back.
JB saw it the other day at the swap meet. The majority of my stuff was back in box and ready to sell. So
yeah.
Especially
like the Super 7s, I save all the boxes.
Well, you have to for that price.
Definitely.
Yeah, but like Marvel Legends, stuff like that I don't.
Yeah. All right, here's your wrestling stuff. I love your beefcake.
That's like
right
one
there.
corner. Yeah, that's just one little corner for wrestling. I have more, but that's
your beefcake, your Heart Foundation. Those stick out to me as amazing.
Yeah,
That Heart Foundation, that's from the Jakks Classic Superstars.
I wanted that set, man. That's crazy expensive now. Last time I looked at it, at least.
Yeah, it's crazy. But like the demolition that I have up there,
Right there, yeah.
I don't think it made the picture. Right below the Heart Foundation, I have the British Bulldogs.
Yeah.
It got cut off there, but those were, I bought them originally from, back in the day from Toys R Us.
Now,
Most
question:
of those
these are called Superstars. Is it the same type? Like, do they have? They still have articulation?
Yes, they're not as well articulated as like the new like Mattel Elites, because that was Jakks that did that.
So this is not like the Superstars that we're getting right now with these new.
No, that's
Walmart.
Those are a completely different company that do them now. Right now, it's Mattel.
Right. But it's not the same style, right?
No, they're a little more bulky. They're not as articulated, but I think they look great.
I'm sorry, I know what the Superstars are. They're more like the Motu Masters of the WWE Universe. That's the same style what those are, right?
No, not really. I mean, they're similar to the Elites, but they're a little bulkier.
No. The new Superstar figures that are coming out.
Oh yes, yeah. The new Superstar figures are pretty much very similar to the Motu crossover ones.
I'm pretty sure it was like a spinoff of it.
Yeah, they're built just like those He-Man ones.
What'd you get, Marcia? What'd she get? She got a Batista.
She's in the other room listening, and
did she get one for everybody?
Huh? The secrets are out. No.
What's on this bench?
Are you pulling it up there, ZacJacDan?
No. Oh, on Instagram?
Oh, I mean, you don't have. I have it right here.
Grab a chair. Come on in.
You have the actual figure?
I do.
Oh God.
Gonna
see 3 grown men cry right now.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, JB's Toy Trunk in the house. JB right here in the one. I'm just gonna blab and keep you on your toes. Street date is lifted. Shout out to our guy down south, Cincy Nerd. Thanks, man, for putting that on Instagram. And of course, some of our, who was it in here? Was it Mama said
pop you out? Yep.
Thank you. And without further ado, the animal.
Oh.
Bad lighting. I'm not in my room with my light, but I'm in my mom's room, so on vacation.
Bad lighting or not, he looks crispy.
I'm so glad you added the part about vacation.
JB, can you turn it to the side?
Nobody knows enough about you yet, JB, to know that you're not still living in your mom's basement or nothing.
JB, can you turn it to the side? I want to see the side for a second.
The face side?
Other way. Okay. So I'm going to show you something. We'll be right back.
Oh, you're going to, does he have one too?
No,
not yet. Hang on.
This is the Ultimate Warrior one.
Hang on. Let me throw you back in, Oleg.
I got this light. There you go.
All right, here's the Ultimate Warrior.
That one's nice.
But
okay,
see
so
how
you got
here
the fan
it says
takeover right there.
Takeover.
Okay.
Now show the Batista. It just says WWE Legends.
Interesting.
So, but the style of the box is the same.
The style of the box is just saying that it's a exclusive. Like we said, it is a Target exclusive. Yep. I don't think this was a fan takeover. I think that only fan takeover comes from Amazon.
Yeah, but it's the same style of box.
Yes,
so
yes.
But that's
All right.
I'll try to take better pictures and post it on my Instagram and send it to you guys. But yeah, I saw that message right there right before we clicked on, and I sent Marsha. I didn't send Marsha. She goes, "Let's go." I was like, "We're about to go live." And again, I'm lucky, guys. I know it, and I don't live in my mom's basement, which again, I'm lucky not to do that. Yeah, came in with the animal. So
I would say I live
Jersey
in my
got
wife's
the
basement.
sidekick going on here.
Yeah, Mrs.
What's up?
my animal right here.
You're about to get slapped.
Yeah,
probably.
Like, we lost Jersey. Where'd he go?
All right, so starting off with some questions. Let's do this real quick. JB and I actually had the same answer for this question right here. So let me get myself to some good photos here to see exactly what I want to get here. First question I had for you guys was, what were your top 3 toy lines you collected as a kid? And JB, I'm going to let you start the answers because you actually have the same exact answers that I do.
The top 3 toy lines for me growing up as a kid started off with Star Wars. then to G.I. Joe, and then to Masters of the Universe. So.
And that was my exact same response as well, with Star Wars, Masters, and G.I. Joe. I did collect the Thundercats. I did collect a little bit of Silverhawk. And when I say I collected them, I literally only had 2 figures each. So, of course, I wanted so much more than just the 2 figures I have for the Silverhawks, the Thundercats, the Mask. We talked about Mask earlier. We'll talk about that a little bit later. But I definitely love those lines too. But these were the lines that I had a massive amount of figures for each one of those lines. Vehicles, figures, everything.
Yep. I was pretty fortunate. I was a spoiled fat kid. And my dad really, again, going back to how I was talking about my dad earlier, whatever we wanted, kind of, we made sure that we at least tried to get it. And I was very fortunate. You know, we weren't rich, but we were rich in toys in the household.
Yeah.
I was the same way.
Yeah.
So I wasn't one of those types that would go to the grocery store and every time I went to the grocery store, I'd get something. I just had big Christmases and birthdays.
I chips, soda,
Same here, actually.
chips, soda, ho-hos, and a Hot Wheel. Anything and everything.
All right. Oleg, let me get to yours real quick here, see if I can find your image. We'll talk about what you enjoyed as a kid. Yours was similar to what our choices were. So go ahead and talk about what you liked as a kid for your...
Well, as I've said earlier, Star Wars is my first love, always has been, always will be. It's my favorite. Nothing beats it for me. I remember being 5 years old and my parents got me the Dagobah playset with a couple of the Empire Strikes Back figures. And I was hooked ever since.
So the only playset that I had was the Death Star.
I actually never had the Death Star playset.
And it got destroyed one night. I think I told you this, JB. It got destroyed one night whenever my mom had a Tupperware party. So my kids came over and they crushed it. So that was another thing that has got me OCD and about being an adult collector, is just devastation like that of play sets, toys, because I took extreme care of mine. ManCave, if he was on here, he'd tell you that him and his brother had their stuff out in the sandbox playing with their stuff. My stuff was pristine. And
I was always that way too.
What about you, JB?
Oh no, mine was out and about. I mean, just wherever I could put it. I mean, that time we were living in San Diego, then Hawaii. So when you're living in Hawaii as a kid, you're always outside, and so were the toys. So yeah, everything was destroyed. And I think I would rather watch my toys get destroyed knowing what happened to them, because my Star Wars were sold at a garage sale. I don't know where they went. Oh, sorry. It's not one of those, is it? It's not one of those live streams where everybody starts crying.
Yeah, I'm actually going to cry right there. Jersey, how about you? Did you destroy your stuff, or did you actually keep it pretty good?
Believe it or not, so I was right in the middle. For the most part, I still have all my old toys because I kept them in good shape. I didn't beat on them. Like, I still have my old WWF wrestlers from Jack's that are still with stiff joints, because while my friends around me were beating on the rings with them, I was just like barely even touching them because I didn't want them. I wasn't a spoiled kid. If I broke something, I was kind of screwed at that point. So
I had all of mine still, except for a few of the vehicles that my mom felt were broken and she threw away herself. Didn't go to a yard, so it didn't go to anybody good. She just threw them away. So I lost my Millennial Falcon. I lost my X-Wing. I lost my Snow Speeder. Those were all gone. I lost the one that really crushed me was the Sandcrawler.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Big one.
And that's a big toy too.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, that's one I know I didn't have, but that's awesome.
Luckily, I hid all my stuff from my parents. I never could throw it out. They're all still in their basement under the staircase somewhere.
So I had everything. I had all my Motu on shelf. I had my Joes in a shelf, and my son at the time could care less. He watched the very first episode of He-Man, and he was like, "Why is this guy all dressed up in pink? What is it? What kind of show are we watching? What's this flowery background we're talking about?" This is a 5-year-old kid questioning my manhood.
Have you watched the original Masters of the Universe?
Yes, I watched it with him the first time, and I was like, "What was I thinking?"
Like, you watch it now, and it's almost unwatchable.
It is. It was bad, which is why I told him. I said, "You need to watch.
So bad.
You need to watch 2000X, and you'll understand why we love He-Man."
2000X is amazing.
Yes.
Very underrated. Also, amazing toys.
Yes, they were. I had every one of them as well in package. So,
I have a bunch of those as well, and I thought they were incredible.
So I sold all of my original 80s toys to make the collection we have right now. So that was where that went. And
I think, Dan, you were telling me that a couple weeks ago, right? When we were talking, you sold a lot of your stuff to kind of
all of it.
Now,
all of it. Yep. Everything I had vintage sold. And JB, it's like I said, I don't mind that anymore because when I look at the new stuff that we have coming out, I'd much rather have this new stuff. It gives me so much more of nostalgia, but it's so much of a better toy.
It's like
the quality is
better articulation, better sculpts, better quality all around.
Paint, everything. Yep.
Yeah.
Paint, face sculpts, all that stuff. Yeah.
If you look at the original Star Wars toys, I mean, they're kind of garbage.
Yeah.
Kind of.
I mean, and then you look at like the vintage collection figures now in the Black Series. I mean, it's come on.
Even the vintage collections are crazy articulated as opposed to originals. You know, you can actually do what you can on the Black Series. You can spin their arms around. You can do a lot of stuff with them.
But that's why
ManCave jumped in and went and got the old vintage stuff. Like he tried to get that original.
The original, what is it? The original
the first 12.
Original
12. And then he kept on going. So you know how ManCave is. He's nonstop whenever he goes into something.
No, he's a lot like me when it comes to that. When he like goes in on something, he goes all in and gets obsessed.
All right, help me out with that name, guys. Parent Trap Go Forward.
Parent Trap
Go Forward. So yeah, I couldn't imagine getting rid of my stuff that early in life. I was actually still coming home and playing with my toys at 12. I don't know.
Yeah, and that's goes into like a lot of the lines that I lost is because 12, 13 was more sports and everything like that, and I didn't really throw mine away. They just kind of went away somewhere, you know.
Mm-hmm.
Growing up, I had basically 2 rooms. I had my bedroom, and we lived in a 3-bedroom house, and I had no siblings, so the extra bedroom was like my toy room.
Gotcha. Yeah.
But here's the catch. When I was 14, my mom announced that she was pregnant. And I had a brother when I was 15 years old. And that's when my parents were like, it's time to be a man. Pack up those toys. It's turning into a baby room.
All right, Jersey, let's talk a little bit about your childhood. And you tell me you love the Kenner stuff.
Yeah, Kenner was big for me with stuff like that, with Kenner Hasbro, Small Soldiers, Lost World, Star Wars Power of the Force. I mean, that was the bulk of my childhood were all those figures. There you go, right there. It's got their own shelf.
So you still have, this is still your original?
Those are all my childhood originals. I even have for the, trying to think. So right in the back, the big Chip Hazard and Archer, as well as the dirt bike right there. I still have my Christmas from 1998 when I was opening all that up. My on a camcorder somewhere. I'm trying to like convert it to a DVD.
Yeah.
But I got it all, man. I remember those figures. I got those. God, I think it was Caldor or Bradley's. They were $30. I remember they were $30 retail.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
That's great figure. I took the batteries out of them years ago because I didn't want them to like get messed up in them. So I took them out, and they just been chilling on the shelf ever since. That is my first wrestling WWF Kane figure. First wrestling figure I ever got.
Now, what brand is that?
That is Jack Specific WWF Series.
Now, Oleg probably has that in package.
Probably.
I might.
saw him on eBay recently. I almost bought him in package just for nostalgia. I got him for my birthday one year.
Hey, I want somebody to read Action Figure Expert real quick.
Toys R Us, and I got it.
Somebody read Action Figure Expert real quick. You want to know about somebody that has a collection right there? Check this out.
I'll read it. I love me some Star Wars. Got over 5,000 figures myself, and over 5,000 Transformers, and over 6,000 G.I. Joe figures, with a few thousand more sprinkled. And love me some action figures. Yeah, you do.
Go out and check him out on Instagram and see what his collections look like, and see how much army building he has done over the years. Holy cow!
I'm gonna check that out after the stream is done.
Yes.
Yeah. Everybody, check that out. Wow, that's amazing, dude.
That's funny. I agree with you, Action Figure Expert. It's kind of crazy that the action figures themselves from the Small Soldiers couldn't actually be as detailed as the ones that were in the movie.
Valid points.
All right, so here's one of Jersey's shelves here for some of his little spotlight for his Mortal Kombat.
So when I was younger, that was my favorite video game, and I could never, ever, ever for the life of me find any toys. The old G.I. Joe little ones, could never find them. No, Toys R Us didn't have them. No one had them. It's like they almost didn't exist, even though I knew they existed. So I kind of like became obsessed with buying anything Mortal Kombat. So that's just one of the shelves in my room with just like a little mishmash. I got a standee for Deadly Alliance. I got a brand new Sealed Special Forces press kit for the first games. Little twos and fews in there. Pack of cards down there.
Hey, Jersey, do you have any of those Mortal Kombat figures? The ones that were like G.I. Joes? They were like
that's it right there.
Yeah, the reptile is actually quite rare, believe it or not. But yeah, I have a couple. Fantastic. I got the Scorpion. I got the Sonya from the movie, and then I have God, who else do I have?
Is that not Scorpion right there?
That's Reptile.
Reptile, man. Is that not one of the 3 3/4?
Yeah, it is. He only came with the boat, and then Kano only came with the bike. So that's the only way to get those two figures. They didn't make them carded by themselves.
Those 3 3/4 figures are pretty pricey.
They are. They can be. That Reptile, I think, is like a $40-$50 figure if he's in good shape.
So we got Maverick Minnesota jumping in and said he's doing a flyby. So hopefully he's not in and out. Hopefully he actually is going to stay in here with us.
Maverick, he's a big fan of all of our channels.
So here is one Jersey wanted to show off that he's kind of working on still. He's got 3 out of the 4. Is that right?
I need the Mikey, but I'm very particular. So each one of these is mint unpunched. So I won't take the last one in any other condition except for mint and unpunched. So
yeah.
And I think last time I was looking, I'm looking at anywhere from maybe 150 to like 200 at the most, unless the prices have gone up. But it's one of those things where once I get them, I want to get those like cases for them and put them up on the wall.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, like I said, I won't settle for. It has to be mint and it has to be unpunched, or else no deal.
So what do y'all feel about actually sending stuff in for CGC grading and stuff on figures like this?
I'm personally not a fan of the grading thing, but that's just me. I see where it's beneficial, but I mean, I know eventually I might give into it, but I'm not really in a hurry for it. You know,
I do it with comics, but not with toys.
Yeah, if I ever found something really mint from like the 80s that's mint on card, like sharp card, maybe that's an exception because you don't want to preserve it. But this new stuff that people are doing is just ridiculous. It's not going to be worth anything, so why even do it, you know?
Yeah, it drives me crazy with comics now when people
they do it with comics, exactly.
Like new comics. It's like, what are you doing?
Yeah.
Yeah,
that's valuable.
JB is going to say his very first video, he was like, man, should I take these Joes off a card or not?
And it's kind of like a running thing in the house is because, you know, my earlier collection pictures that I had when I jumped back in, they were all in box because, ooh, it's going to be this, ooh, it's going to be that. But then I'm thinking, I'm not even going to resell this stuff. So if I wanted to get something graded and, you know, valued, and that's great. But for me right now, I don't need any of that stuff graded. It's going to stay in my collection. Now, if we're looking like old school 70s, you know, Star Wars stuff and it's already graded, that's different. But for the stuff like current on, I'm not too worried about it right now.
When you were in the Toy Monster today, did you see a lot of graded stuff?
I didn't go to Toy Meister today. I was going to kind of hold that off today. I am going to be going tomorrow and probably doing some filming, and some of the guys there actually want to do some filming back. So we're going to try to do a little cross promotion with some of the guys at Toy Meister and myself. So keep an eye out for that. I did go to Yester Toys and they did have some figures in there, but I don't think they have anything graded in there to my knowledge. And but
so, to me, with the price that you get once you actually do get a graded, number one, I wonder how many people are out there that actually would want to buy for that price a graded figure. You know, it may have the value supposedly, but how many people are actually going to actually spend the money to get that?
Right. It's going to take a lot longer. When you look
at something like Silverhawks from the vintage stuff, that's the old stuff, those actually have a really great value. But anything else, I don't know how much the value actually goes up whenever you grade them.
So I really wish Sentri was on because he can maybe help me and a lot of the conversation out with. I think down at Toylanta there was that flag that was 40K.
Yes.
40K.
Yes.
I mean, I get it, but at the same time, I really don't understand 40K. And I get
a little much for that, if you ask me.
Yeah,
brand new, I get it, but come on, 40,000, come on.
So they had that, and they had the Motu
Eternia
graded as well there, I think.
Right, and I think Toy Meister does have an Eternia, which I'm going to probably focus. I'm going to go there kind of first and kind of just look at it. And the box is not in the best, but I think it's complete. And I'm going to go ahead and see what they're asking for on that. You know.
So ManCave was at the, I cannot think of the name of that store, is in Shelby the other day with Kentpool, and they saw a inbox Eternia there. I think Phil's ManCave was saying that it was $4,000 for it.
See, but you know, that's 36,000 different from, I know it's not a flag, it's not a 6-foot coffee table, but you know, that's 36K. That's
let me answer one question real quick for one of our viewers. Flamemaster G, you asked what unpunched is. It means that right here where the hole goes in through the for the hanging it on the shelf, that means it was never punched out. And Maverick Minnesota said that he was at the
he was at Toylanta
right. as well.
That's awesome, man. I was gonna go, but
next year, boys. Next year.
There's a lot lined up. Absolutely. Like I missed the one up in was it Greenville, South Carolina? So
and I agree with you, Action Figure Expert. I'm scared to send stuff away too. You never know what they're going to do with it.
Yeah, exactly.
If it's something that's got some value.
I think part of their costs is they insure everything that you send them, though.
True.
At least CGC does that with comics.
Right.
Yeah. But it's like Action Figure Expert said, who knows that what they're sending you back was actually your book or your figure or whatever.
You know, that's very true. I mean, how do you ever really truly know?
Send you back a 3D print. That's amazing.
So, Oleg, let's talk about a little bit of what got you started on YouTube.
Oh, yeah. So, back in the day, they're game related. I used to watch their channel, The Game Chasers, and I was just a huge fan. I thought they were great. They're still on. And at that point, this was probably like 2010, 2011. I was still collecting toys, but I was a little more geared towards retro video games. So they kind of inspired me to start a channel, and I did like basically a video game hunting channel. Not all that different than what I have now with toys, but I would just hit up different kind of places, retro video game stores, flea markets. I would even film a little bit when I would go to garage sales, and you'd find video games, and I would show my pickups. So that's kind of how I started. And then I did that for a couple of years, and I stopped because of work. And then during the pandemic, I was like, you know what? Things are kind of slowing down. Why not pick back up? But my collecting kind of shifted at that point more towards toys. I mean, I still have everything, but I kind of go back and forth depending on, every 5 years my mood changes a little bit. It shifts. Right now I'm a little more into toys than I am in games, so that's where my focus is. But I still focus on all of it. But yeah, originally their channel was what really got me interested in YouTube and watching it, and what triggered me wanting to do a channel.
Now, every time you went and bought the games, did you go play them right away?
Yeah.
Okay, so every game you bought out there, you'd actually bring home and
at least
play
tried. I would at least try it. I mean, I wouldn't necessarily sit down and beat it, but I wanted to at least try them.
So you had every platform, I'm assuming, at the time too.
Yeah, I still have them. I still pretty much have everything. I sold, the only things I sold were, I sold my entire Sega CD collection, and I sold probably about 2/3 of my Sega Saturn collection.
That's all
only because
right there, though.
The only reason I did was because those games, they're very prone to disc rot because they're early CD games.
Yeah.
And because I didn't want them to just be worthless. I wanted to basically get something out of them. So I sold them, and I reinvested it, those funds into toys and comics.
Mm-hmm.
But everything else, I still have all my Nintendo, Super Nintendo, Genesis. I have a complete Dreamcast collection.
Ooh.
That's a lot of heavy hits. Okay.
I have a lot.
Mm-hmm.
So is it bad that I just have everything downloaded on my Wii and I play it all that way?
No.
Yeah, it's bad.
No. The thing is, that's an easy way to play it, because I actually have that too. I have everything emulated as well. And like, if I want to just sit down and play something quickly, you know, that's the way I do it, as opposed to getting the system out, hooking it up, getting the game, cleaning the cartridge, blowing into the cartridge, and all that.
Ooh.
It's much easier to just set up my emulator. But you know how it is. I mean, it's just like toys. You like that tangible art. You like that tangible item.
You want that authenticity when you pick it up.
You want that object.
Yeah.
Right. Kind of like a record player.
Yeah.
You put on
Right.
a record.
Which I also have over there.
All right, so what got me started with it was Mr. Dan Who. I loved what he was doing back in the day. I still love what he does right now. And, of course, live streams is one of his big things he does as well right now. What he did originally, though, was whenever he would do his reviews, he would literally tell you who the person was. So he'd actually give you an overview of who that person was that he was reviewing. So I loved that about him. And he basically got myself and my son into YouTube. And so I got to give it to Dan Who, and like I said, I love his channel. So get out there and watch his stuff if you haven't never seen it before.
That's awesome.
He does great live streams on Thursday, I know, but I think he's been doing something else earlier in the week too. Jersey, I don't know if I got who. Yeah, I do. I kind of got who got you. No, I don't know who got you started.
Well, my story is kind of similar to Sintastic's, where like back in 2010, 2011, I was heavily into the retro games and just discovering different channels and discovering different games I never heard of. Growing up, I didn't always have access to certain games and consoles and everything. So started watching different channels, and then I'll try to keep it short because I can't condense it really. But I tried my own channel the first time, gaming related, in like 2011, and it was utter failure. So I shut it down after about a year. And
that's how long it usually takes most of us to actually get started. JB,
yeah. It was
really.
I had like 6 subscribers after a year, probably.
Oh wow! It was rough back then. YouTube was not the place it is now. A year ago or 10 years ago, it really isn't. It came a long way.
All right, JB. I'm gonna do the share here. What got you started?
Yeah,
there
who's
you
that
go.
guy with the mustache on the right?
Yeah, that's a weird mustache.
He's so pretty. He's so pretty.
Weird
Big
mustache.
old caterpillar.
I need to get rid of this beard, and I'm known for the stash, not a beard.
You know what's funny is ManCave and I had a conversation about JB before he started his channel, and basically we said that if JB ever started a channel, he'll be bigger than all of us.
You guys are too kind. Too kind.
Dude, JB was posting so much on Instagram, and only the few of us could see everything he was doing. And I was like, "What are you doing? Get out there. Get your stuff out there. Your stuff is amazing."
Yep.
Well, yeah, I appreciate it because you would message me like, "Dude, what are you doing? You're keeping your Instagram private and you're not putting it out there." And I was just having fun. I was learning from you guys. I really was learning from you guys. What was that?
We all learn from each other.
Yeah. So, during the whole COVID thing, again, getting back into collecting and going away from just Hot Wheel character cars and a figure here and there, you hit up Toy Hunt on YouTube and we all know what happens. Big guys, Greg Cook and Mega J Retro up in Canada, Kent Pool, because of the whole Charlotte connection, the Florida guys, What's Poppin', Laura Legends, and then Sentri TMC. I don't know if you heard of him. Some of his videos were just so entertaining, and I that pizzazz that he has, and I was like, you know what, I kind of dig it. And then of course, when start watching ManCave, he just has that charm. And it was funny, I'd message him and like, dude, you just found something, so I know when you find something in Charlotte area, I'll find someone in the Charleston area. And it just started going from there. And then Dan, you hit it right on the head. You ManCave really, and I appreciate it, pushed me to starting the channel. And then of course, Sentri's way of just saying, just do it already, man.
That's what people are me on YouTube. Just do it. Stop talking about it and just do it.
Yeah, and pretty much, and that's what it was. So I thank you guys and everybody here to.
So I'm going to go ahead and talk for Sentri here. I don't know how he actually physically got on YouTube, what caused him to get on there, but I know how we got together. For a while there, I was actually doing a top 10 best toy hunts of the week.
Oh, I heard of this story, actually. It's actually kind of sad.
Yeah. So I actually was throwing some of these toy hunters out there and kind of giving them some props, right? And Sentri is one of those guys that I put his toy hunt out there and said he was one of the top 10 of the week. Of course, ManCave, with me and him being best friends anyway, of course, he had to be in there. I threw a guy out there called SoCal Collector.
Yeah, SoCal, yeah.
SoCal Collector threw a flag up on my channel because I stole his footage.
Oh, come on, man.
And I did it for everybody. And everybody else was, oh, yeah, this is awesome. I love that you're putting the community together. I love this. Sentri was the same way. And me and him ever since was like, yep, this is awesome, man. I love this community we got going on. And you know, once we had that, Sentri and ManCave found each other. And so we've kind of been all there together with that. So
I'm kind of surprised that SoCal did that because I mean, he's kind of a small channel. You would, I figured, would have.
He was bigger. He was bigger at that time. I was only probably at about 2-3K. He was at 10K. So at the time, but he's disappeared. I don't know where he is. I wish him the best, but he has disappeared from YouTube. So that's it for that. So let's get ManCave's face off of here.
Yeah, I love that picture. That was a good day.
Yeah, yeah. That guy though, with the guy in the back there, he looks like
he's shady.
Well, not shady. He looks like a character that I see in the NECA section
all the time.
All the time.
He pops up and just flies across your video all the time.
Oh, too much. Too much.
All right. Where do we stand right now? I've already got through the news. We looked at Sentri's collection. We looked at jerseys. Let's talk about a little bit of old school here. And I love the shots that you sent me here, JB, of your childhood.
Well, thank you.
I love this. This was one of my most wanted vehicles that I ever wanted in my collection. And of course, I never got the AT-AT.
Yeah, I loved it too. I wish I knew where it was. I have the Lego version, not the huge Lego version. I have the somewhat more normal size Lego version of it that I have to build. So yeah, that was one of the many figures or vehicles that my dad believed that I needed, you know, and that's the thing is I think my dad lived a lot through me and my brother, you know, me on the sports and collectible side and my brother more of the music side. And so together as a family, we just did all pop culture type stuff. So yeah, this is it.
So
right?
Was he into the movies at the time at all?
Oh yeah. Yeah. My dad was. Yeah.
The funny thing is I had a lot of Star Wars figures because they were actually just handed down to me from my cousins.
Mm-hmm.
But I actually didn't ever get into Star Wars till later on in life. So even though I had all these figures and I loved them, I didn't actually know anything about them.
No, my father was kind of like that pulp culture czar without us really understanding it until, you know, he had passed, and just looking at all the stuff that we'd learned from him as far as music, movies, entertainment, you know, just the whole pop culture thing, you know. He was a DJ when he, you know, early in his life when he was in the Navy. So it's like, we get it. We get Hollywood. You know, we grew up in California. So going to Universal Studios and watching the behind the scenes with how they made Superman, you know, with Christopher Reeves and Margot, you know, how that worked. And of course, when King Kong came around. So yeah, that's why I'm saying with comic books, they were great, but it was more of that visual in our face type of thing. And that AT-AT Walker was definitely it. Oh yeah. Hey, who needs to go to Target to get the Stridor when you got
the original still in package?
My wife helped me find these, and there you go. And there's a Snake Mountain.
If I'd have had time, I would have loved to pull out my Christmases because, like I said, they were just massive.
Yeah. That Christmas on the left, on the right was just another day. I was a blessed little fat kid. So
Maverick, I wanted to understand Kent Poole's Hollywood name. I haven't gotten the answer to that. I wanted ManCave to ask him the other day, but he didn't give me that answer. So I want to know where the Hollywood came from for Kent Poole, if anybody ever knows that. I'll ask him one day too.
All right, everybody, once we're done with here, go on Instagram him, message him, say, how'd you get
Why you Hollywood?
Why you Hollywood?
So I did not have Snake Mountain growing up, but I did end up getting almost the entire Motu 80s collection later on in life at about right before I got married. I started going finding eBay and actually going out and finding the stuff that I needed. So I got I did not get Eternia. That was one I did not get. I did not get Gwildor, and I did not get Scareglobe. But other than that, all of the stuff before the dinosaur stuff came out, the newer lines with the dinosaurs and the rock, not the rock people, but the stone. I can't remember what they're called. I didn't get any of that newer line. I didn't like any of those. But all the old stuff, I got every single one of the figures and vehicles loose.
Right.
And I loved it. That was a great collection.
Yeah, I love
Now,
it.
let me ask you guys this. I'm just curious because I actually have found a lot of stuff over the years. You guys ever go to like flea markets and stuff like that?
I've been to flea markets, but I've never found anything good.
Really?
Jersey's always there.
Yeah.
Yeah, I found it. What triggered me thinking that was it's probably close to 10 years ago at this point, but I found a complete in box original Castle Grayskull at a flea market. It was like $80. I still have it.
Yeah. Well,
No,
I mean,
not those X figures, but I like those two. It was the other ones that were like the animals, the animals that like folded up into like a transformer type thing for the Motu. I can't remember what those were called, but I like the Stone Dar and the Rock-On. I like those two figures. No, I've never been lucky at a flea market. I've never been lucky at a not dollar store, a
Thrift store.
Thrift store. Yeah, I haven't ever found anything like that. I found a huge collection of the. I'm not even gonna think what the name of it was called, but it was like the bulky looking figures that were like firemen and police officers, and I don't know what that was called. Action Squad, Hero Squad.
Here, I think it's Hero. You might be right with Hero Squad. I know what you're talking about.
I found a full collection of that at a thrift store one time, and I
Yeah.
should have got it because those actually had some pretty good values. But
I think my best toy thrift store find, which I don't know if anybody would believe me. I know I told ManCave about it a while ago, was I found a Technodrome for $2.
yes, you showed me that the other day.
Yeah, I almost told her to check some old lady just to get. I was like, move! I ran over and grabbed. I grabbed and just walked away like nothing. I was like, no, you know, I went like a baby. Like,
dude, you can't even get a liter of cola for $2, man.
No.
So JB, I think you are the only MCU collector for Legends.
Yeah, I think I'm the only one other than the Marvel guys themselves, really, in the world.
So Maverick's asking if is any of us getting the Love and Thunder. Are you going to get any of that Love and Thunder wave?
I talked with Marsha about it today, and to complete our small MCU type of shelf, probably. And again, I'm the rookie on the block. I don't have any of the older Thor figures to kind of bring back and say this is my Thor or whatever. So I'm gonna have to. I didn't pre-order. I'm just gonna wait till in package, grab it, and see. But more than likely, yes.
I know you already said you wanted the one with the T-shirt, so that's definitely coming home to you.
I mean that one because probably I'm gonna see if I could take his head off and put it on another figure. So
take his head off.
Take his head off. Take it off.
All right, here is a little bit of JB's collection showing just off his Black Series and a cool piece of art there. Where'd you find that artwork?
Oh, dude, Hobby Lobby, man.
That thing is amazing looking. Again, with the
Hobby Lobby has a lot of good artwork. Don't sleep on that, man. Go when they have their 50% off sale, and you can find some good decor.
Yep, 50% off. It's not vintage,
I've never seen that. So, Jason Russell, I would have been all over. That's a nice piece.
Yeah,
did y'all cry when the Razor Crest blew up?
I laughed.
After the Haslab.
Everybody who pre-ordered it was just going to be so mad. I laughed.
You laughed. That's awesome, though.
I was like, oh, man, I feel bad for everybody who pre-ordered it. And then the memes, everything started on Instagram and social media with like, oh, like the one guy that had the ashes. Like, this is what I'm pre-ordering when I get it. When I get it.
I got a little die-cast Hot Wheels Razor Crest. I'm good. I don't need to go. I need to go that. Well, Flame Master G, I don't tell young Bradley to be jealous. Just tell him to work on his because you know that. I got lucky with these, and to again get back into how this all started. That picture with Grogu and Mando 2-pack. I wasn't collecting at the time. I found that there and I grabbed it, and that's how the Black Series collection started. So yeah. It all goes
hey, action figure expert, whatever the heck these things are. Astro Lion.
Ooh.
So that was the stuff I didn't carry. Meteoroids. That's what they're called. Meteoroids. I didn't carry about that stuff.
I think I remember those. Those look familiar. The legs kind of folded in, but they didn't go all the way in, right? Yeah.
I don't know. I didn't even want to touch them. They look stupid to me. All right, where am I at? Hang on. Let me remove that.
But yeah, that Hobby Lobby stuff. Yeah, check them out. They always got good wall art.
I can't bring myself to go into Hobby Lobby. Our local one moved into the old location where Toys R Us used to be.
Oh, it hurts.
So I just can't bring myself to go in there. It makes me too sad.
So, I have not been into a Hobby Lobby yet. Yeah. I will say this. All right. So here's another question we had was, what did you get rid of that you wish you hadn't? So this is my big one right here. I hate that I got rid of my Motu 2000X stuff, my Stactions and all those. So I had every single one of them. At one time I had them all on card, sold all that, bought them all back loose again, sold all that. So, you know, I kind of got bored with it because of the fact that I was the line was done. And I was like, well, you know, it's got a great value. I can go ahead and sell it now. And of course I sold them both at great values, but now even to this day, they're, you know, 10 times the price they were whenever I sold it.
I was just going to ask you, are those expensive nowadays?
Extremely.
Really? Loose even?
Yes.
Wow, okay.
I remember they were practically giving them away.
Jeez.
So the last line was what killed me in this, because it was the Jitsu and the Mosquito and the Battle Armor He-Man right here. And I had them pre-ordered from NECA, and they didn't come. They gave me a refund on it. And so those ended up being the ones that really got me upset and out of the collection, because I couldn't even get those three. And so whenever I got the nerve to buy them all back loose again, I got them loose and got them for, like I said, just those three by themselves were $350. So the rest of the collection itself was probably about $350, but just those three were $350 whenever I bought them loose. Oh, and these two right here were never made.
Wow.
Those two were just supposed to be a 2-pack that came out after these three right here, and they didn't end up doing it. But I hate that I got rid of my Motu, because Motu is my number one figures, period.
Right.
So I'm glad we're getting Masterverse. I'm glad I'm seeing some good stuff. I still cannot stand that Wave 1 He-Man and Skeletor from the Masterverse. So I'm really looking forward to the 40th anniversary He-Man that we're getting from that line, because he looks amazing.
Well,
I think the Savage He-Man actually looks really good.
He does. He's got a lot of good shading.
Yeah.
Yeah, he needs angry face though.
He does.
He needs an angry face. Ooh, you know, put the Thor head, put the Hemsworth on him, see what it looks like.
All right. Let me see. Oh, look, I don't think you gave me a picture of that. What do you told me what you were disappointed in that you got rid of though?
What did I say? I don't even remember.
You said you said you're missing some of your G1s.
Yeah, some G1s. I sold, and I sold most of my original LJN collection, which looking back, that hurts. I did a Toy Con probably about, I want to say in like 2008, 2009. I sold at a convention, and I put up a lot of my retro figures like that up, and people just scooped up the LJNs and the G1 stuff. So that was my big regret.
Ooh, look at that.
I had that Hogan. That's the only one I had.
Yeah, I've actually have found a few of them since in pretty good condition. Actually, at flea markets, amazingly enough, and they were in really nice shape. I think I have like maybe about 6 or 7 of them at this point. So
this was also your hope for, and then we'll kind of go into another question. Your hope for what you hope to see them to start making at the end.
Oh, I would love it.
So we know that AEW is doing it.
Yeah.
Is that exciting? And you're wanting WWE to do it as well? Kind of go back with them?
Yeah, but but not do it with like current figures, like kind of re-release like a lot of the older figures. I think that'd be great.
Just kind of go back and forth and do both, maybe.
Yeah. Like AEW did it with Cody.
Right.
But you know, it'd be great if they did a retro style carded, almost the way they do the retro collection for Star Wars, like those figures, where they make them look like the exactly like the old ones. If they did that with the old LJNs, that'd be great.
So Maverick says my shirt actually looks like you jersey right now.
Does it does a little bit.
All right, so that's your wish list, and I can see where you would say that one. Mine and JB's again are actually the same. So it's very interesting that we actually have the same taste in a bunch of stuff. But our kind of most wanted to redo is Mask.
Mask.
The other day you were in back in time, and you saw some Mask in there, and you're the same way as me. I want the Jet, I want the Camaro, I want the truck, and I want the Boulder Mountain.
Yeah, I forgot about that. Yeah, that'd be a nice display with the vehicles around it. Yeah, that'd be good.
So I'd love to see that stuff remade. Once Super 7 did my Silverhawks, The only other thing that I can mention that I'd love to see Super 7 do, and Brian's kind of teased it, is the Tiger Sharks.
Oh yeah.
So I don't know if y'all know about that. It was a smaller cartoon, but it kind of ties in just with the Thundercats, Silverhawks, and them like that. So
yeah, it'd be nice to. I mean, I was talking with Jimmy at back in time, and I think he, along with a lot of us, are thinking Mask is going to make an appearance somewhere. I don't think it's going to be super blown up, but I think they're going to try to redo some of it. So that'd be.
I think if I remember correctly, I think I heard there might be a live action movie.
I have heard that as well. Yes.
Yeah.
But what do we think about with scale then? Do we still want them to stick with the tiny figures for this and the vehicles with the size they are? Or do we still want to go larger scale with it?
Great question. I think you have to keep it smaller to get the vehicles, because part of that attraction for me to Mask was the vehicles.
Yeah.
Yeah, because the vehicles are so incorporated in that line.
Yeah. This huge airplane helicopter in your room next to your flag. Yeah.
Next to your what flag?
Next to your flag and your Jabba's sail barge.
Sail barge.
You got 2 matching tables.
You guys, and I have a video coming out tomorrow, and you guys are going to see a very big item that I just added to my collection.
I know what it is.
You're scaring me.
I have no idea where I'm going to put it. Literally, no idea.
Is it the Wonder Wheel from the toy Richard Pryor?
You're going to have to wait till tomorrow, but this thing is massive.
I can't wait to see where you're going to put it. I'm telling you, you should put it where I was telling you to put it the other day, back there.
I'm going to put something else there.
Oh.
He's got more.
But that's down the road. That item has not come out.
Oh, I know what you're talking about. Yeah.
I just picked up something too that's pretty big. I'm gonna have to try to find where I'm gonna put it too. So
well, my biggest things will be the Thunder Tank and the Turtle Van for now. So
yeah,
and of course the Galactus whenever it comes.
Yeah.
And we still haven't unboxed our Sentinel yet.
So was that? Man Caves?
Yes.
Okay, when you guys did a review on that?
Yes, mine was actually supposed to come in the mail that same day, and FedEx lied and said they tried to deliver it and didn't.
Good old FedEx.
So I definitely have room right now with me purging 333 Marvel Legends from our collection. I have plenty of room for my Thundercats, my Silverhawks, my TMNT. I got plenty of room now. We still have 33. We still have the exact same amount of Legends as we're getting rid of, so I don't feel too bad.
Yeah.
I pre-ordered the Hot Toys Back to the Future DeLorean, which is like, I mean, it fits both Marty and Doc, the Hot Toys. So those are 12-inch. So you can imagine how big this DeLorean is. I mean, it's like 30 inches long and like 10 inches wide. I have no idea where I'm going to put that. I mean, that may as well go in my garage.
So JB, talk to me about this shot. Tell me what this means to you.
Okay. Earlier we were talking about what brought, I'm talking about now, what brought me back into, I guess, collecting into Star Wars. A little green guy named Grogu.
Yes.
And I didn't know what I was doing when I was collecting. I saw Mission Fleet. I thought that was kind of cool. And, watching the series. And then a lot of the people I work with, they're like, hey man, you ever see Clone Wars? And I'm like, I saw it kind of. So I got into Clone Wars, and it was, literally like light speed. I'm talking Star Wars talk. I light speed from where I was at in the collecting world, which was just Hot Wheel character cars, right into everything. And a lot of it was because we were in a lockdown, and I found that 2-pack, and I said, I think I want to start collecting again. And the family, we all talked about it and supported it. And here we are today.
Tell me about this shot. What does this mean to you?
Yeah.
Well, I was gonna ask you guys, when was the last time, and for you guys actually here in comments, when was the last time you were in a Toys R Us? For me, it was in Singapore in 2019, and this is the shot. We had just got off a 30-hour flight to Singapore with coworkers, and we went into a mall because there's nothing in Singapore. There's everything in Singapore to do, and one of them is shopping. And I did not want to leave this Toys R Us.
I miss Toys R Us so bad.
Oh God, I do too.
If I was collecting like I am now, I'd probably still be in that Toys R Us. So,
I used to have a Toys R Us
shopping carts.
I used to have a Toys R Us right around the corner from where I live, and I would go in there every day.
Yeah,
every day.
Yeah, I miss it because, again, when I went all the way to Singapore, all I was looking for was character cars. So I was getting a lot of the character cars with the international writing on it and put it in my little bag, and that was it. But I know there was the DC figures out there, and there was some Legends out there, and there was just anything in it, Transformers everywhere. But I just let it go because I wasn't collecting at the time.
Well, could you have actually got it home?
I would have probably had to ship something back, and it would have been a tremendous amount. But again, you know, I was in Toys R Us.
All right, tell me about this shot right here.
That's another thing got me really into back into the world of collecting was Lego. Lego was another passion that I had other than Star Wars action figures, Motu. And I would sit before I even really got into action figure collecting. It was really Lego, and toying around with action figure photography. You know, I started following a lot of awesome people on Instagram on that. So I was like, let me take a shot. So I was quarantined a couple times, and when I got in quarantine, the family actually bought these Lego sets for me, and I just started building and taking pictures of it. So
now, is this a bigger Millennial Falcon right here?
No, that's the Force Awakens, which is the more realistic scale, not the $700 one you see at the Lego store.
So what's one like this cost then for that size?
$199 to $149, somewhere in that range.
I don't understand the price on Legos. That's one thing I've never gotten.
I don't either. And you know, I was out with the granddaughter 2 days ago, and we bought something for her that we're going to build. But it's something, you know, that the nostalgia feeling. So the price, yeah, I don't get it. But for me,
so yeah, if we want to see any kind of Toys R Us, we got Lara Legend and we got Mega J.
Yeah.
They show us some Toys R Us all the time, and they're looking.
Oh, there's a Toys R Us that opened in New Jersey.
It's a small one though, right in the mall?
No, it's a big one. It's in a mall.
Yeah.
Right.
It's right outside of New York City in New Jersey. It's near. It's not far from MetLife Stadium.
Right.
East Rutherford.
Yeah. Yep. You and I were talking about actually taking a trip there at some point.
Yeah. Something happened. Go.
And it's supposedly a huge store, but it looks like it's very kiddie oriented from like the videos that I've seen. That it's not a lot of collectible kind of stuff that would be geared for us.
If you look at, I know Kentpool has done it. I know I've done it. Right there in the Charlotte area, ZacJacDan, is a small little Toys R Us section, I think, in the Macy's.
We have one. We have
like
one in
5 tables. It's got 5 tables and
it's terrible.
I saw that on somebody's video. I can't remember whose it was though.
Yeah, it's awful.
I think ManCave actually might have filmed it one time.
Yeah,
I know.
It's depressing to look at.
Oh my god!
All right, this one real quick.
All right, again, 70s. I'm the spoiled kid with the Darth Vader mask on.
Now, this was Halloween, I'm assuming.
No, that was
just an everyday thing.
That was Tuesday.
Waiting on the bus.
Are you kidding me?
Tuesday morning, waiting on the bus. When you live in San Diego, man, dude, California, brah, hey, man, just do what you got to do, brah.
That's hilarious.
Cool. Yeah, that was Halloween, getting ready to go out. And I was a spoiled one holding the lightsaber with my hand. That's how much of the Force I had as a kid.
That's so funny. So you didn't know about movies then, obviously, if you had the lightsaber in your hand.
I did, but come on, man. I was like 4.
That's awesome. I don't think I have any shots of me with my costumes on. And
that was real.
Tell me about this last one here that you got, and then we'll jump into our favorite cartoons and movies.
So, Oleg, can you tell what game I'm playing there? That's on a Nintendo. I just don't know what I'm playing, man. I think it's a Nintendo.
Is that Excite?
Sorry, from this angle.
It's hard to see because I'm looking at my phone. It's not Excite Bike, is it?
It looks like Excite. It's not Excite Bike.
No, definitely not.
But
2600 right there.
But look,
I'm thinking this is a football game.
Look at the hair.
I see that is somebody holding up starting lineups, which I have about 1 million of.
Well, that was one of JB's questions was how much does a starting lineup still worth?
Right, and I knew you would help me out because my brother didn't know that I sent you this picture, but he's messaging right now. I was like, dude, you're on live right now. But that in his right hand's a Lawrence Taylor. What do you guys think?
It's not much.
Really?
I have that figure.
Really?
Yeah.
All right, never mind. Moving on.
The most expensive starting lineups are Michael Jordan's, and they're $50.
Lawrence Taylor, all the
Yeah,
trouble he's
they're
been
not
in?
much.
Starting
$25
kind of
maybe.
dog meat, honestly. I have a whole bunch I bought in a collection recently. I'm
Yeah.
just like, I don't even want these. I can't even give them away probably.
You know what's probably the most expensive is starting lineup, and it's due to an unfortunate, tragedy, but is Kobe Bryant's rookie.
Yeah. That's sad.
Yeah.
Way to bring it down.
Unfortunately, his starting lineups. I'm hoping they bounce back someday because I have a lot of them.
Well, you guys were talking about flea markets. I know Toy Meister has built the second floor above a big flea market area. And then some of the footage that I put in my last video were some old vintage lunch boxes and collectors. And there's one section there where they have some starting lineup, but, not into that at all.
Yeah. We just got a comment. Mama said, Pop you out that he's got the Dream Team 10-pack, which was an amazing 10-pack.
So
when that first hit, that was really expensive, but you could probably get it for about like that whole in box, probably for about $125 now.
Wow. All right, let's fly through this. Let's see if we can guess who this is. So this is your favorite top 3 cartoons. So somebody had Transformers, Masters of the Universe, and Voltron. Who do we think it is?
I got my guess.
So I have never once in my life seen Voltron. I hate to say it.
Really?
Fun show. Fun cartoon.
Yep.
What?
I've definitely seen the toys, and I thought they were kind of cool, but I never once saw the show at all. So this is definitely not me.
It's got to be Mr. Sintastic.
That is Mr. Sintastic, loving some Transformers, Masters of Voltron. And you had a specific order, too, I believe you said.
Yeah, that's the order.
That is the order.
Transformers, Masters of the Universe, Voltron.
You are correct, sir.
So I love Transformers. I definitely did. As I went to try to go back and watch it with my son Zach as well, he's just started getting monotonous with it. He said, he's like, it's the same thing every episode. It's like, you gotta watch it longer just so you can get to the good stuff, get to the 80s movies, so then you're good to go.
It holds up better than Masters of the Universe. Masters of the Universe does not hold up at all.
By far. Yeah.
But Transformers holds up at least a decent bit. See,
Nice.
I'm very close with Voltron and Super Friends. Like they were kind of like, but I watched Voltron probably a little more. I loved Voltron.
All right, so somebody had to throw in a little extra there. So they got 4 here instead of 3. So who we think this is?
Jason.
Always a little extra.
I'm going to guess Jason because it's geared, again, a little older.
Yeah.
With Super Friends and Hanna-Barbera.
I'm going to tell you right now, though, I love me some Hanna-Barbera.
Yeah.
Oh, absolutely. Tons of classics from them.
Yep.
Super Friends with Casey Kasem's voice as Robin.
Oh,
Casey Kasem.
yeah.
Oh, my gosh.
God rest his soul.
Yeah.
Man. Yes. Yep. Good
All right,
stuff.
so I'm going to jump newer because I definitely love the old He-Man stuff, but I'm going to actually jump newer and actually go with the Motu 2000X show as one of my favorite cartoons. I love the Batman the Animated Series. So I'm in 3 different generations here, and I love my G.I. Joe. So I'm definitely all over the place with my 3. So I just gave it away. That was me.
Yeah. And I've been watching some of the newer Batman animated, the different series that they have out there on HBO Max, and I love it. I really do.
Oh, that original Batman animated series is incredible.
Yeah, it's good stuff.
And we got one guy left. So it's got to be Jersey.
I wonder who.
Got to be Jersey. So he's got the TMNT. So this is, of course, this is pretty much all 90s, I guess, right? When did Clone Wars start? Is that newer?
Yeah, Clone Wars is newer. Clone Wars started in 2008.
Yeah.
Okay.
This series, it was 2008, yeah.
So I love me some TMNT as well. That was also a great show.
Yeah.
It didn't have as much of that 80s repetitiveness like we had in our original shows. You actually had new storylines every time. It didn't seem like you were getting, the same thick characters all the time or trying to throw characters in there to just try to sell toys as much, in my opinion. And then you get your Beast Wars, which I have never seen a single Beast Wars, and I've never seen a single Clone Wars. And I hate to say that about Clone Wars. I definitely want to go back and see that.
Clone Wars is fun. When I remember the first time I saw Beast Wars, that was my first exposure to the Transformers world, believe it or not. I'd never seen the original cartoon up until I saw Beast Wars, and it hooked me from the first episode. I just loved transforming animals. I just thought it was the coolest thing I ever seen at that point in my life. And I remember I taped the first episode that I saw, and I ran into my dad and I was like, "You gotta watch this show with me." So we watched it, and like anything else, I got the toys and everything like that. And he'd always take me to Toys R Us. I'd buy the whatever toy that was out at the time that I didn't have. So Christmas and birthdays were good for that.
That's awesome.
Jersey, did you know that the next Transformers movie is going to be Beast Wars?
Yeah.
Are you serious?
Yeah.
Yep, they're doing
Like the live action is going to be Beast Wars?
Yeah.
Interesting.
I
Did you guys catch the Netflix Transformers show? Like, because the third part of it, they did the Beast Wars part of it.
Yeah.
It was
I
good.
liked it. I didn't
Yeah.
like
Pretty good.
The animation
I thought
was
it threw
great.
me off. What's that?
The animation was really good.
Yeah, some of the voice acting threw me off, but other than that, I thought it was really well done.
Yeah.
Especially with the fact that they could have actually used the same voice for
They could have. They should have went that route.
who was it?
Which one?
Never mind. I'm thinking about Motu. I'm thinking about the new Masters of the Universe. Why in the world did they use Skeletor's voice for somebody else, and they should have used it instead of Mark Hamill? Who'd they use that actor? I can't remember who it was, but anyway, they should have used him instead of Mark Hamill for the Skeletor, especially since he was available.
Are you talking about the new Motu Revelations?
Yeah, Revelations.
Yeah, I didn't
all
like
I kept hearing was the
Skeletor.
Joker.
Yep, that's all I heard was Joker the entire time.
That's all I told her. I said I'm watching the Joker just like a skeleton. It's all I'm watching right now. Not just on Mark Hamill though, but as he's only known for me for Joker and Luke. Everything else, if you watch any other voice acting work he's done, it's the Joker high or low. That's all it is.
So right here, Mama said, "Papa, you helped me out already." Alan Oppenheimer was playing Moss Man instead of Skeletor.
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
That makes no sense.
he's a great guy, by the way, Alan Oppenheimer.
All right, last question for the night is top 3 comic book movies. So let's take a little guess here. We got Ant-Man, Batman Returns, and Spider-Man. Who's that?
Boy.
I think it's not you. It's not you, is it, Jersey?
Ding, ding,
Yep,
ding.
It is Jersey. Now, who was the villain in Returns? That was the Penguin and Catwoman, right?
Penguin and Catwoman. And,
I actually like that one a lot better.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't want to diss on the '89 Batman movies. Just Batman Returns was the one I watched a lot as a kid. I just loved.
It's such a creepy movie.
It is just the way Tim Burton made it so dark, and just the art direction, like the way everything went. I just thought it was cool.
I have such a soft spot for the original '89 Batman movie.
It's a great film. It is.
Yeah.
So Ant-Man, really? One of your top 3?
I absolutely love and believe it or not, I don't collect any Marvel Cinematic Universe movie figures except I have an Ant-Man and a Wasp. That first movie was so fun. It was so it had a lot of heart to it, right?
It was hilarious. It almost didn't happen, so it's cool that it did.
Yeah, I love Paul Rudd as the character, and like I was telling you, Dan, earlier, I love the dramatic train fight that we're seeing. These two fighting on a train, and then we see it's just two little Thomas trains just smacking each other and fall off the desk. I thought that was hilarious.
So I wrote something down real quick because if Marsha's in the other room watching and listening, so she'll get mad. But for Batman Returns, just earlier she goes, "When is our Catwoman statue coming in?"
Oh, that's a nice statue.
Yeah.
I didn't know I was supposed to order it. So when we're done here, I have to go see if I can.
Somebody's in trouble.
You guys know which one I'm talking about, right?
The NECA one, right?
No, the quarter scale or
Who's it through?
Sideshow.
It's from the Batman Returns?
Yeah, it's the one where Michelle Pfeiffer is laying down
On the couch, right? Or something like that.
Yeah.
It's a nice looking statue.
Oh, I'll send you guys pictures later. But yeah, she said, "When is it coming in?" I didn't know I was supposed to order it. So I love Batman Returns. That's a great movie. And
Marsh's gonna whoop you when this live stream's over.
Is it that one?
That one right
Yep.
there. So Marsha, if you're watching,
I love that. Those animations right there as well during that movie.
Yeah.
Those are so cool.
So yeah, I know.
All right, what do we got left? Let's see. Who's next? Who is this going to be? Okay, and you also love Spider-Man 1, which I agree. It's a classic. It was a great movie.
I saw that movie 5 times in the 5 or 6 times by myself in the theater. I was a lonely child, so I saw movies more than once. It was normal for me.
All right, Dark Knight, Avengers Endgame, and Captain America: Winter Soldier. Awesome movies. All 3 are awesome.
Solid.
Yeah,
solid.
And this is got to be Oleg.
That's Oleg, right?
that you, Oleg?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, he's breaking up.
Awesome. I love, and Dark Knight is definitely going to be one of mine. You'll see that as well.
That's a great film, Dark Knight. That's the only one I like out of that trilogy, honestly.
Totally, me too. I hated Christian Bale as Batman. I just hated his raspy voice and everything that he tried to do.
Voice.
It was horrible. But that movie with Heath Ledger as Joker was amazing.
Yeah.
And of course, Winter Soldier was amazing too.
I thought Batman
Sebastian
Begins
Stan.
was really good though.
I liked the fact that we had different villains that we'd never seen.
Mm.
Yeah.
That was the part I liked about it. I liked the Ra's al Ghul and the Scarecrow in that movie.
I think all the Captain America movies are pretty
Yeah.
solid for the most part. Honestly, like my favorite being like Civil War, but like even from the first one, they're all good films.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Very well done. You know, very
Yeah.
packed.
I can't complain about any of the
I just
MCU
love
movies,
it.
really.
Just the MCU figures.
Yeah.
Yes, exactly. I will not collect the figures. Now that they've done good face sculpting, though, I can say they look so much better than they used to. All right, Superman the movie, Batman '89, and Iron Man.
This is JB.
JB. Superman the movie, Batman, and Iron Man. I love all those movies. I don't think that I have ever taken Zach back to watch these two yet, though, and I hate that.
Yeah, my boys, they've watched Superman the movie and Batman, and all three of us grew up. I got closer with Iron Man, so it was, it was the thing. And I think Batman right there was, that the catalyst to what we see in superhero movies today.
I don't remember seeing the fact that I just went blank on his name. What's the Batman?
Michael Keaton.
Michael Keaton. I don't think that we looked at his casting like we do our casting nowadays. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Whenever he was cast as Batman, we didn't all just like, oh gosh. Of course, we didn't have the media to do it in either.
Right.
But like, I wasn't upset with his casting like I am the casting of things these days.
Right.
I remember people went nuts though, like just talking. People hated the casting because he was Mr. Mom.
Yes, he was Mr. Mom. Yes, exactly.
So, but he tried to be
he was one of the best now.
He was Jack. That's right,
Yep.
Jack, Mr. Mom.
All right, here is my three. Dark Knight, Thor Ragnarok, hilarious movie. And No Way Home is now definitely one of my top three. It's when they brought the three Spider-Man together, they pretty much did a Sinister Six movie for us. It was amazing. This was the best thing that Marvel could have ever done, tying the universes together like they did.
I just picked this up today. It's a fantastic movie. This almost made my top 3 favorite comic book movies. Was this one? Was No Way Home?
Oh, it almost made mine too. It's incredible.
Yeah, I was actually very impressed with that movie. Like
just seeing the three
everybody
Spider-Mans together.
Oh my gosh, I loved it.
I feel good that Thor Ragnarok's in there because that's one of my favorites too. I mean, it was
hilarious.
I love that movie.
Oh yeah,
love that movie.
I mean, it completely changed Thor's personality for me. I hated reading Thor comics; they were so boring.
Right.
The first 2 Thor movies, so boring. Then they all of a sudden got Taika Waititi in there, and they started changing the aura of Chris Hemsworth, and he was actually able to be himself and make Thor look like somebody you want to actually watch instead of just the boring Thor that you were used to, from the 50s, 60s, 70s comics and whatnot.
Yeah, he's an amazing creator. Because
is he doing the new Thor movie too?
Yes,
I think he is. Yeah.
Okay.
And he's done some Star Wars, which his episodes I enjoyed. So
yeah, he did a few of the Mandalorian ones. Yeah.
All right.
He voices IG-11 also in The Mandalorian, I believe, if I'm not mistaken.
Right. Yeah.
All right, guys.
That's awesome.
That's it for the night stream. I think it was pretty cool to kind of get to know each other a lot better.
Yeah.
Uh-oh.
Bye, Oleg.
No.
He said this is the end. Oleg
with this.
said not wasting any time.
So first thing, let me just say, check out my description below, and you'll see links to all these guys' channels, plus the 2 guys that are missing from the stream with ManCave and Sentri TMC. So go check out all these guys' channels. I know you're on mine right now, but if you haven't checked out Jersey, JB's Toy Trunk, Sentri TMC, ManCave Collectible Reviews, and Mr. Sintastic, go check out those channels. They got some awesome content. Most of them are hunters. I'm going to say all of y'all are hunters. Yeah, I guess I'm
sorry,
the
you
one
lost me for a second.
that never leaves the house.
Uncle Fantastic, there you are. I missed you.
Yeah, I got a phone call and it like made it disappear.
Yep, that's what happens when you're important. But anyway, yeah, I'll let you guys say a little goodbye, and then we'll jump out of here tonight. JB?
Thank you, everyone who was here tonight with us. Don't forget to check these guys out. These guys are awesome, awesome toy hunters, toy collectors, and like I always say, just bottom line, great dudes to know. I got some videos coming out, and real quick reveal, I am changing gears.
Ooh.
Slave one.
I'm going that route.
It's a real name.
I'm going that route, Mr. Sintastic. So I'm going to be changing my lines, excuse me, and really focusing more on the Star Wars. So that's where I'm going now. And again, guys, thanks for hanging out. You guys take care of yourselves. Always enjoy the ride.
Say a little goodbye.
Thanks everybody for watching. Dan, thanks for inviting me. I really do appreciate it. Thanks to the little one for jumping in pretty late, but yeah, looking forward to doing this again.
Definitely.
Giveaway on the channel pretty soon, so subscribe for more details. The only plug I'll do.
And you had a pretty exciting video you wanted to do here soon. Did it go live yet?
No, I was
WWE
today, but I got out of work late. I just had so much crap to do. I recently purchased a really big vintage Star Trek and mostly vintage wrestling, WWF, WCW, like really vintage collection of subscriber friend of mine. And it's all filmed. I just got to kind of finish it, and it just didn't get a chance to happen today.
I know how you feel with that.
What's that?
I said, I know how you feel with that. I got so many videos ready to go, and they're just sitting there.
It'll be out sometime this week, tomorrow, Thursday, Friday. I work all 3 days, but I'll get it out.
All right, Oleg, say your little goodbyes.
All right, guys. Well, thank you so much for having me on. This has been a blast. We definitely have to do this again. Let's make this a regular thing.
Let's do it. I'm good as long as this one's okay with it. I'm good.
Hey,
Campbell jumping in at the end.
Hey, Beth, blink twice if you're okay.
Okay.
That was 3. I saw 3. She's not okay.
3.
Kent Poole, we had a question about you, dude. We said, where did Hollywood come from? So while I'm saying my goodbyes, if before this ends, we get to figure out where in the world Hollywood came from.
I think
Kent Poole, enlighten us. I want to know as well.
I think one of our
everything. You missed everything, Kent Poole. But the cool thing about YouTube is you can go back and watch it.
Don't forget to hit like, subscribe, and comment.
Yeah, you want to watch yourself. Where can I improve next time?
I want to watch my screw ups before I decided to just stream it on my phone instead of the tablets that I was trying.
All right, guys, that's it for tonight. I appreciate all you guys joining us, and like I said, hopefully the guys that join us later on will enjoy this stream as well, and learn a little bit about these crazy guys on their YouTube journey. Definitely. So, guys, that's it, and hope you guys enjoyed it, and we'll talk to you later.
All right, take care, guys.
Bye, everyone.